Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. It's me, Kiafa. Welcome back to my tribe. Happy Sunday, you guys. Not really sure how many people are gonna come in. I'm not really even sure how long I'm going to be on here, but I wanted to pop in and see how y'all doing today. And really just to give y'all like a little rundown of what I think about going from traveling to uh permanent. So a permanent staff person. So this is new. This is gonna be it's gonna be interesting for me because I have not um, had a permanent position in a while, and so I am going into it with a different mindset. The first thing I want to just address is I haven't gotten a paycheck yet, so I don't know how much a difference is gonna be as far as being taxed. But I will say I'm pretty sure it's gonna be about half. It might even be more than half of or less than half of what I was making before after taxes. So I am working a 8-hour shift 5 days a week right now, and it's Monday through Friday. I haven't started to take call yet. And that's one of the things I will say the differences I have noticed immediately about being a traveler versus a permanent employee is how much time I'm getting to train, whether it's train in a service or train to take call. They give me a lot of time. So I won't take call, I think, until April. And even then, it's going to be buddy call. And so I am actually appreciative of that because you kind of get a little more comfortable with the procedures and what equipment and tools you have. I'll just be more prepared for call. I can't see who's in here, you guys, because I'm streaming from StreamYard. But if you guys put a comment in the comment section, I would love to engage with y'all. But I'm gonna just keep talking unless somebody got a question, and then I'll go ahead and answer the question. But back to the call thing. So that's what I've noticed that I got a lot of time before I have to take call. Normally, when I take a contract, as soon as I get there, I'm on call. At least typically that's how it works. So when I was in New Mexico, the first day I got there, I was on call. And that first week, I was on call 5 days that week. Hey Ji, thanks for joining me today. How much are you making and how many hours a week? So, as I stated before, I haven't gotten paid yet. I'll say it's with all of the bonuses and everything around $50 an hour, and I'm in Florida, so I'm working a 40-hour work week as of right now. Once I take call, that will obviously increase my work hours, but it'll also increase the pay. So I won't take any call until I'm cleared from my preceptors. So right now I have two preceptors, two men. They're cool. Oh God, I want to say your name right, so I'm not gonna. Is it Jayun? Jayun? I hope I pronounced it right. So she asked, "Why did I stop traveling?" And I haven't technically stopped traveling. I'm actually just trying to see what works best right at this moment. I may take another travel assignment. We just gonna see how it goes because I haven't taken a first assist permanent position. I was trying to find something closer to Jacksonville so I could be home more, and I wasn't finding anything travel wise, contract wise, that would be within an hour away from Jacksonville or less. So I decided to apply for a permanent position at one of the hospitals here. And I will tell y'all like how I determined what hospital I was gonna apply to. So I do have another comment, you guys, and I am gonna read y'all comments. So I'll answer the questions and I'll be talking. So this comment says, "Good afternoon. I'm trying to catch up. I'll try." Oh yes, hey boo. Okay, yes. Oh no, you came down with COVID. I hope you feel better. Yeah, girl. Just hit me up when you can. I'm actually a little nasally too, so it's something going around. I do not have COVID, but I have been sick too. So I hope you get better, boo. No worries. You got my number. You know where I'm at. So I'm always here for you. All right. So back to the call. Yeah, I won't be able to take call until my preceptors sign off on me. There's a lot of um what is it, training, like they give me like a thick book of stuff that I got to go through and sign off. I haven't had to do that for any of my travel contracts, so that's a little new where I have to go through and do all of this, like where your preceptor have to initial you and sign off on your, what's the word I'm looking for, like whether or not you can do it or not. Let's see. J.I. has a question. He says, when you were traveling as a first assist, where you grow, what was your gross average? It was about $3,000 a week after taxes. And what, as a surgical tech, I made about $2,000 traveling, between 1,500 when I first, because I first started traveling as a surgical tech before COVID. So when I was traveling then, it was about 15 to $2,000 after taxes. And then during COVID, well, I didn't travel for COVID, but after I took my after COVID, I took a contract as a surgical tech, and it was about 1,800 after COVID, or yeah, about 1,800 after taxes. Excuse me. So I hope that answers your question. It's about $1,000 a week difference between a surgical tech and a surgical first assist traveling, for what I've experienced. Now I don't know what other people got going on, and how, how their contracts were, how their contracts came out. But for me, I was making between 15. Now if I took a strike, because most of y'all may know that about me, I first started traveling. Well, I want to say my first travel assignment was a contract. It was a contract, but after that, I started taking strikes. And so when I would take strikes, there are a lot more money. And so when I did a strike, I made almost $4,000. $4,000 within like a 3 or 4 day time frame. All right. So J.I. says, thank you for joining me, you guys. If y'all got a comment, just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to do my best to answer it. If y'all in here and you haven't hit the like button, I can't see it, please hit the like button. Excuse me. Let's talk to the algorithm for me a little bit. Say, I'm in surgical tech school now. I just started this year. My goal is to become a first assist. Your content is very helpful. That is why I'm giving it to you guys. So I'm glad that you're finding it useful. Good luck in surgical tech school. Um, yeah, go for it. I would say be a surgical first assistant. It's a different position, even though they're both, in the OR and they're right next to each other, and a surgical tech can and sometimes will fill in as a first assistant. But because I've actually taken two travel positions and a permanent position as a first assistant, I'm seeing that at different facilities, the expectations of the first assistants are different. So you may or may not know or think you know what you're doing, but just assume that you don't, because when you go to another facility, it could be the same, it could be different. As long as you have a good understanding of the procedures, the equipment, and the instrumentation, especially for surgical techs, then you'll be fine. I think the best first assistants are surgical techs, or those that have a surgical tech background, whether it's the RNFA that was a surgical tech and then she was an RNFA, or he was an RNFA, or a surgical first assistant that became that was a surgical tech first. I just think we have a better understanding of the OR, and to me, it's just, you can tell who hasn't had a background as a surgical tech that's a first assistant, and you can tell the difference between who has been a surgical tech. How long? I'm still not. Oh, I still, I still get uncomfortable, so I don't think it's a thing. So J.I. asks, how long did it take for you to get comfortable suturing people? Um, I guess I should. I can answer that question better. Comfortable suturing people, I guess because I learned how to suture a long time ago, I am comfortable, but I do get uncomfortable when I go to new places and meet new physicians and stuff. I get anxious and I get shaky hands sometimes. So just get comfortable with being uncomfortable. and you'll be fine as long as you know is like what you're doing as far as the technique goes. And we can go over suturing in a future video. I didn't even think about that honestly, but I still get uncomfortable, you guys, because you never really know. And sometimes when you go to places, some of the physicians or people in general just want to nitpick at you, and they'll try to quiz you or just to see if you know what you're doing. And so, like a couple days ago, I was scrubbed in, and we had just did a lap chole, and so with the lap chole, I think we had what, 4 ports, and so yeah, maybe 4 ports. So I was suturing a port. To me, I just kind of, at most places they let you gauge if you want to do interrupted suturing or if you want to run it. Um, it depends on the person, the size of the incision and everything. That's what's gonna determine how I'm gonna suture it. And so the physician, she was just like, "That's not how you do it." And I was just like, "Well, since I've been here, this is what the people that's precepted me in my head. I'm like, this is what they've been telling me, just to do it what you think is best for the closure, because the doctors, they leave the room." And so she had to come back because the patient was still bleeding or whatever, and we couldn't get it without having to put a bovie and all of that stuff back up. But to make a long story short, she was just nitpicking, and this particular physician, from my understanding, nitpicked. So that's just, it just kind of come with the game, I guess. But suturing the person doesn't bother me so much because the patients are normally asleep. I think it would bother me more if they were awake and was watching me, but in the OR, everybody else is watching you besides the patient. So it's kind of one of those where the patient's not watching you, but anesthesia's watching you because they want to see how much time they have before they have to start waking the patient up. Your nurse is watching you to make sure that the patient is good. Basically, everybody watching you because they're waiting, excuse me, on you to finish, and so we can get on with the next case. So, yeah, I still get uncomfortable. So I hope that answered your question. You're so welcome. Thank you for answering. Just started as a CSC last year. Love your content. Welcome to the field. You're so welcome. Y'all, I am working on being a lot more consistent and just being able to just get this information out to y'all as much as possible, especially for you newbies that's new into the game. One of the biggest things I do want to talk about, even though I'm kind of jumping subjects right now, especially for the new people and the people that's in school, is to have a plan, a career plan, you guys. And it don't have to be that like super detailed, but I want you to just start thinking, for when you're in a field that is extremely, or you're going into a field that is mentally and physically, can be mentally and physically draining. So I would just say, even have like an exit plan. I'm not saying that you won't last however long you want to be in this field, but you have to understand that the medical field has a high turnover and a burnout rate. So prepare yourself when you're early in your career to how you're going to exit. I would say that make sure the money that you're making, you investing it into something that's going to actually benefit you long term. You never know with this field. Like, you might get pregnant or have kids, and decide that you want to stay home with your kids, or you could have a spouse and something can happen to your spouse. It's just a lot of things that could go. Life could happen, and you just have to be able to adapt. So I want you guys to be prepared for whatever can come your way in this field. So I'm going to tell you to have a career plan, and a part of the career plan, create an exit plan. So maybe do like a 5 to 10 year career plan, create an exit plan, and along with that. So if something happens, you'll be prepared for it, because a lot of times in this field, people do they get tired, or they just want to do something different. Maybe it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be. And I can speak on it because I've been in this position multiple times. If you look on my on the YouTube channel right now, you'll see a couple months ago, I posted that I was going to just go be a full-time content creator. And that is the long-term plan. And that's why I say come up with a 5-year plan that has an exit plan. So let's just say your first year, you talk about, I would say create some kind of content around your journey, and you'll be able to create an audience, and that audience maybe, long term, and just follow you, and maybe you can turn it into some kind of income stream, or some kind of revenue. But I'll make a video. I done started making a video about it, and creating a guide for people that's coming into the field. Because I meet a lot of people, and we get in the field, and we be in this field. You get stuck because you're making a certain amount of money, and maybe you don't have another skill that would make the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So then you just get stuck in this cycle, and then you might later on become bitter. Like you'll meet a lot of old people that's been in the field for a long time, and they just hate life, and it's typically because they're stuck. So I don't want you guys to get in this field and get stuck. So if I got information that's gonna help you have a successful life, whether it's as a surgical tech or not, I'm gonna give it to you. But I'm just sharing my experience with you guys, so you can know, you can move how you need to move. So going back to what I was talking about earlier, you guys, as far as the me being precepted. So yes, I'm still being precepted. I'm at a hospital. I'm glad they precepted me, honestly, because I'm getting it's a different kind of energy when you're gonna be full time. That like the other staff members don't mind showing you things. When you're a traveler, sometimes people be acting like they don't want to get the information because they feel like, oh, you're a traveler, you should know this. But realistically, unless you worked at that facility before or worked with that physician or that team, you don't really know what you're getting into, no matter where else you've been. And the worst thing, a lot of facility, like the staff, they don't like it when you come in and be a know-it-all anyway. So the idea is for you to go in there and have a basic level of your job, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Go do that and just kind of, see where you fit in at. But I'm thankful that I'm being precepted at this facility. And so, yeah, I won't pick up call for another couple months. um, oh, back to what I was saying on how I picked this facility. So I'm in Jacksonville, as most of y'all may or may not know, and it's several hospitals around here, and which it was kind of, I was kind of taken back. I wasn't able to find a first assist contract because there's so many hospitals around here, and even a surgical tech contract. They wanted CVOR, and so I was like, well, I don't have any CVOR experience, so I know that they're hiring for first assist permanent. So let me apply. So I could have applied to the University of Florida, which is a trauma center here in Jacksonville. They got like 20 some ORs, y'all. Like that just sounds like a whole bunch of work to me. I ain't gonna lie. So I wasn't feeling it. Oh, wait, I missed the question. It's a JI. That's the MVP of the show today. It says, how much did you get? How much do you get for picking up call? How does it work? And how much can you take? So we at this facility are taking 12 shifts of call. They got two categories, I guess. You got first call and second call. First call is the traditional from the end of your shift to 6:45 the next day. Second call is until 7 o'clock, but they have a 5 o'clock crew. And so sometimes you can, the second shift, the second call may not have to stay because there's a 5 o'clock crew if there's cases still running. So I hope that answer. How much do you get for picking up call? I really I don't know. Because I do know that the hospital gives a certain amount, and then because the OR is trying to keep people, they're trying to keep people in the OR, there's a call bonus. And then so yeah. Oh, for the game. Thank you so much. Look at y'all. Oh my God. You're gonna make me cry. I got $5, y'all. I've never gotten that before. Thank you so much, JI. Hi, Emmanuel. Yeah, I appreciate you for that. So yeah, I don't really know how much I the call is, to be honest with you. yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna ask because I do know, like I said, I do know that the hospital. So how this, I'm at a Ascension Health facility, and how they do offer a sign-on bonus of $10,000. They do not require a commitment. Advent Health requires a 2-year commitment, and they giving the same $10,000 bonus. Ascension is giving you the bonus over a course of a year. So they give it to you 30 days, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months out. And so in the OR, they also give you an additional shift bonus. So let me see how to explain. So the hospital is paying me a certain amount, and then I get a department bonus for like a regular, your regular hourly rate, as well as a bonus for your on call rate, and that's to keep people in the OR. What else I was saying? Oh, I got another comment. Thank you again, Jay. I appreciate you. Let's see. Which is easier to get placement? Surgical tech. Oh, a surgical central service technician. I think both of them would actually be um easy to get placed, because you always need both. So this would be a SPD tech. If y'all don't know what central service technician is, I don't know if they changed the name, but if you're a surgical tech, you can take both of these positions, either or. So if you just apply to both of them, I don't know which one. I guess it would depend on the facility and how short staffed they are in those areas. But most ORs are short staffed right now, and it has always been. So go ahead and just apply to both of them if you're a surgical tech. So I say why you can't accept that surgical tech and just. So let me tell you, I think is it short. I think you the one had posted that a while ago on my comment, and it's so funny because I think it was you that posted that. And so it's funny that you said it, because basically that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just like, stop making it so complicated. This is just what it is. It's nothing wrong with what it is. And like you say, just invest the money. Uh, but it's that's funny because I'd be thinking that like, and I don't know why I don't know why I go through that. I think too, this is what I'll say. I think sometimes for me, I'd be like almost burnt out and don't realize it, and then I just get frustrated and be like, I just want to quit. But but that goes back to how I picked this position I'm in right now, because like I was saying, I could have went to a trauma center here. All of the hospitals are hiring surgical techs, first assistants, SPD techs, and OR nurses. So if you can get into one of them positions, you can get a job. I'm pretty sure other hospital departments are hiring as well, but I don't know them. So yeah, um, but that's why I picked. So we got JU, or the University of Florida, is a trauma center. We have Baptist, which I think might be a trauma 1, a trauma 2. We got Memorial, which is the HCA. It's just a ton of hospitals here. Then, like if I go out 30 minutes, you got Flagler, you got Palm Coast, you got Palatka. I'm in a really good location, so I could go anywhere. But I decided I was gonna go to a newer, smaller hospital. And so when I interviewed, the hospital that I did decide to go to, it is a 6 OR hospital. It is a small hospital, but they have enough cases going where they have right now 3 first assists. I'm pretty sure they got enough room for another one, and the cases aren't complex. And yeah, I just didn't want to be like at my last facility. I had to do AV fistulas, and I don't know if I told y'all, but one of my patients ended up dying in the OR. The facility didn't have a rapid response team, which was one of the first facilities that I went to that didn't have a rapid response team. And I was just like, I couldn't even believe that. Oh, let me see. I got some questions. He say, yeah, that was me. You have lucrative skill set, but you find it just invest the money and do what you do. Take breaks. Yeah. And so that's basically what the play is. So I'm going to see this. It might seem like to y'all that, oh my gosh, she took a permanent position. But to me, it's a break because I'm at home. Like, I'm home. If it don't work, y'all, I'ma hop back out there and get it. I could show y'all right now. Let me see if I could do it without it being too much. Let me show y'all what I got in my inbox. I don't know if it'll work, but a couple days ago, let me just search surgical first assistant. I looked at my email and I had a whole bunch of jobs from different places that were offering let me see, about 35. Let me show you the one that I'm looking for. I can't remember what his name is. I was just talking to him on Friday. It's a recruiter. And so, y'all, it's crazy how much money, is being offered. But the problem is, yeah, I can show y'all this one. Hold on. I'm trying to show you so y'all know I ain't like bullshit or BSing. Sorry. Hold on. Let me see if I can show y'all that. Let me make sure I don't miss no questions. Let me see. Present. Y'all, I'm trying to get this right because I know y'all, short term memory is just, or short term attention span ain't great. What if I do? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to show you without showing too much. Let's see. Present. Share screen. Can I do? I hope this works. Hang on. Because I want to show you my email. Y'all gonna have to tell me if y'all can see it or not. Just drop it in the comment. But so can y'all see right here how much I hope y'all can see this. That right there is what's being offered right now. So that's probably about 3,000 bring home after taxes. This probably like 27 after taxes. But look at the difference. So you still making about the same amount doing both of them because this one in Ohio, right? Yeah, and this one in Connecticut. So this one 40 hours. This one over here 36 hours. They got 3,100 plus, and then this one got 40 hours. So that's about the same. Let me check to see if y'all could see that. Could y'all see that? Somebody just tell me. I hope y'all can see that. But it's money out here to be made. I ain't gonna lie to you, but sometimes you do just have to get somewhere and sit down and take a break. But I will say taking a permanent position has put me like it got me home. So I'm home. I get off of work at 3. Y'all, I have not worked an 8-hour shift in a minute. So 3 o'clock is like it come quick. Even though a lot of people like that day off where you're working 4 10s. 3 12s is hard because 7 to 7 is a long day, y'all. And so you really need another day to recuperate from them 3 12. So that's really still 4 days. And so for me, I was just like, yeah, I'll try the 5 8s. And just see what it do. But yeah, Jay, I totally agree with you at this point. Like, ain't no sense in fighting it. This is just where we at right now. We just gonna invest the money. And when we want to go ball out, we'll take a contract. When we're ready to get somewhere and sit down, we'll just get somewhere and sit down. And then what I'm gonna try to do, if it don't work out, like for some reason, and I need to take a contract, the plan is to hopefully be able to stay on PRN at the facility I'm at. So when I am in town, I can have somewhere to go. Now, let me make sure I cover everything I wanted to say. I done told y'all, like, I wanted to go to an easy facility. I didn't want to have complex patients. I didn't realize until I applied that the company, that Ascension Health was one of the higher paying facilities for first assistants. Me and one of the other first assistants, they basically was like, this how much is being offered in the city right now. I didn't apply to any other facilities. This facility got back with me in basically the same amount of time as the travel recruiters do. So it took It took me like a month from the time I applied. I did my interview, probably like 2 weeks later. They offered me the position like that next Monday. I think I did my interview on Wednesday or Thursday. I got offered the position on Tuesday, and then I started working a month after that. So if you need money fast, it's gonna take about a month and a half. It seemed like if you're applying to the hospitals, if you're going through a agency and you look like a agency, it's gonna take you at least 2 to 3 weeks to get cleared to go. And you're gonna have some money if it's out of the city because you got to front yourself housing, and you got to be able to. You won't get paid for 2 weeks. Now working full time, I've been working since March 6th. I won't get my first paycheck until March 24th. So that's actually something new for me as well. And getting paid bi-weekly is also something new for me because as a traveler, we get paid weekly. So this will be an experience. But at the same time, I'm at home. The facility isn't like crazy, chaotic. Um, and so yeah, I'm just going with it. I think that's all I got. Oh, let me just check. Make sure I ain't missing no comments, questions. That was funny though. Yeah, that was funny to me because I read that comment that you posted, and I was like, he is so correct about this. Like, girl, why is you fighting it? So let me think. I think that's all I got. Do y'all have any questions? I was gonna say something. That's why I can't remember what it was. I cannot remember, but I haven't quit, y'all. Like I can't. I'm just gonna see how this goes. This might be the better move for me right now because I also get into hone in on skills that I wasn't able to hone in on, when I was traveling. Because when I was in New Mexico, all I really was doing was totals, like total knees, total hips, shoulders, and so now I'm doing a lot more like general. Well, I'm doing a general rotation because at this facility you do like a general rotation and then I'll do an ortho rotation. They also offer a bonus for ortho if I decide or if I get on their team or whatever. Would you want your son to become a tech? Ooh. Maybe not a tech. He could go be a PA or something. I would probably if he wanted to be in an OR, I probably would just I mean, he could do whatever he wants to do. I'm not that parent. I really don't care what he does as long as it's what's gonna make him happy. I'm almost scared to say anything because I don't want to be like that parent that imposes their dream on their children. But I get the question. No college debt, good skill set. Yeah, so he wants to go to the military. I will say that, and he wants to go to the Air Force because he sees most of his family went to the military, and he chose the Air Force because he says most of our family didn't go to the Air Force, which he is true. Um, so that I'm supportive of whatever he want to do. He ain't gonna have no college debt anyway because I'm paying for it. I'm not let he won't have no debt. I'll stay in debt. I'll keep working. I'll work. I'll send him to school. Like that's on me. I'm not gonna let him get into debt like that. But I do want him to get some skill sets. So right now he'll go to high school next year, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, I really don't want him to go to high school, y'all, because I think homeschooling and homeschoolers are it's way cooler and way safer, way more rounded. It's more of like that entrepreneur lifestyle that I dream to live one day where I just do all the things that I enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy being a surgical tech or first assistant. It's not that. It's just at 5 o'clock in the morning where my alarm clock goes off, I question my life. Like, why is this my life right now? And so he definitely he's not gonna be wanting to get up that early in the morning to go work. So maybe what I hope for him is that he can come up with we can come up with a creative way for him to earn income while he's a teenager. And then we can just hone in on those skills. And if he wants to go to college, which I'm sure he'll go to college, He'll go to college, he can get a skill set, and he can go to the military, whatever he want to do. Yeah, that's for sure. Not yeah, none of that. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, we're not getting no degree in like art. I mean, I guess I hate to be that parent because I just, you never really know what like how somebody's gonna thrive in their life. And me and my son, like we're different people, so I just want him to be happy. But yeah, I'm just gonna hopefully he can, hopefully I'll set him up and he can see that he needs to have a skill set. That provides enough income for him to enjoy his life. Right now, he's learning video editing. So he probably won't become a tech because, you got to think they have he has more resources than I do right now, than I do or did when I was his age. So if I can teach him how to take the skill sets that he's learning and monetize it at 14, 15, then shoot, by the time he 18, he'll probably already be making more money than most surgical techs and first assistants if he can get into video editing or, streaming and all that stuff. Like, I'm just supporting whatever his interests are at this moment. Video editing and what I'll teach him how to build a website and those kind of things, and he'll have that skill set that he can use. I think those would be skills that I would prefer him to use over or have over maybe becoming a surgical tech, because I can't say that it was something that I even really thought about when I was when I was younger. I didn't know. I will say I remember telling my mom I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor, and then I wanted to be a cop, but then I realized that cops was sending a lot of people in my neighborhood to jail. So I decided that I didn't want to be a cop. I wanted to be a doctor. And I ended up going to the military, and shoot, this was all on the military. This ain't had nothing to do with me. Let's see what it say. You need to be the parent to make him. And kids don't understand the real, so it's the parent's job to guide them to look at it. They can do how. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, a little bit. Cause like one of the skills that I learned that could have been like my mom probably would have thought wasn't useful is I learned how to braid when I was younger. And honestly, like a lot of people don't think, being a hairstylist or like an artist like that, barber, tattoo artist, like that's a useful skill, we'll say. But it's true, it put money in my pocket and it allowed me like to be a lot more creative. So I'll definitely guide him. But I don't know. I just ain't finna like say, oh, go to school and do this. Like that's because what if he's like here, let me see how to like say it. What if I force him down this path that's like, a lucrative career for him, and then he's miserable versus him being able to maybe not like stream or something full time, or just something that's more creative, and then he actually, enjoys it so much that he creates this multi-billion-dollar business. And I don't know, I just, because I know I don't know what life holds for him, I'm just kind of here to like just kind of guide him a little bit. But like you said, also making sure that he understands that he need to make sure he can make enough money to enjoy life and create experiences. So yeah, you guys, it's almost been an hour. Let's see, I know I didn't miss I got Ji all over here. And then somebody had posted a comment, was like they couldn't understand what I was saying. Like, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I am from the South, so sometimes, so I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes it may be a little bit, we used to call it geeky back in the day, but CJ, I say doing hair is a skill set. Yeah, I'm an accountant and do taxes for people. Wait a minute, I'm gonna do taxes for people that make a living doing it. The goal is to have a lucrative skill. Yeah, yeah, not following rainbows because that ain't it. Definitely not following rainbows. But I agree. Like, but I would think like back then maybe like, and I still hear people say, like hairstyle, don't be a hairstyle. I don't want my kid to be a hairstylist. And I'm thinking like, if they know what I know, like, and honestly, if it wasn't for me finding like how to make digital products and stuff, like websites and stuff, I would still be focused on doing more hair. Like I still do braids and stuff, but I'm not focused on building out that business. I do that now for like my people who know I'm in town, and I do have a website that still does generate traffic for the service, the hair services that I offer, but that's not the business that I focused on building. I just like that because that's a cash generating career or industry or whatever. But I definitely think you should be talking about accounting too, shoot, because like teaching people how to manage their money, like that's one of the hardest lessons I had to learn in life was money management. That's why I'm so big on telling people to invest, because it's like just do it now. Like even my son, I'm like invest. So when you get my age, you'll have a little more flexibility with what you can and can't do, or what you can do. I shouldn't say can't, what you can do, because if you out here and you making money, like let's just say if I would have started investing when I became a surgical tech, I think I was 23, maybe. Wait a minute, how old I am? So I'll be 40 this year, 17. I think I was 23 or 24. If I had really started investing then, I'd be straight now. If I had started investing for real when I was first started in the Navy, I'd be real straight right now. And it wasn't like I knew what investing was, but I didn't really know what investing was. You know how people, you know about the stock market, but you don't, if I don't know nobody that's in the stock market, I don't know about the stock market. Even in the military, they teach you they did have like what we would call 401k, and that still doesn't really teach you how to like really invest your money. So how I'm investing my money now mostly is into digital assets, websites. Basically right now it's just websites and the tools and products to create content faster. So I'm heavy into AI. As most of y'all, if y'all techie, y'all already know like AI is like big right now. So it's a lot of tools and software that's out that's helping me create content faster. And the idea is to create content around like my passions and hobbies and things like that. So if I create a website around anything like surgicaltech.com and drop that in there, it's not all the way ready. So y'all don't come for me if y'all see a mistake, but I've been working on it. I think I spelled it right. So let me show that. Let me show that. So if I build a website around surgicaltechcareer.com and I get, let's just say I end up with an additional $2,000 to $3,000 just from me creating content around a career that I've been in for the last 17 years. I can do that while I'm working. And shoot, the idea would be to either make it replace my income as a surgical assistant, or just to be an additional streaming income, which will allow me to either invest that or reinvest it. And so the whole idea is to take the money that I'm making and multiply it, 10x it, 38 some kind of way. And with websites right now, where that is set up with traffic and ads and all that type of stuff, if we don't have a digital asset right now, like I feel like we sleeping, because it's so many ways that you could, like a website, an ebook, YouTube. YouTube might be a little harder because there's so much technology that goes into it. Like the technical learning curve is a little steeper than I would say a blog. But literally, I created a website around a career, and all I'm doing is just giving y'all information on the career from my perspective. And like I said, the website is not all the way ready. It's up, but it ain't all the way like perfect yet. So it'll need a little more work. But once I get everything going the way that I want it to go, it'll just be all type of information on there. And if it's a course, maybe I teach a course or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to like just put useless products and information out there. Like I really want people to be successful in life. So I'm just trying to share that with y'all. And hopefully it'll work. But that's just one way I invest. I do invest into the stock market, into index funds. I use Robinhood because it's easy. If y'all got kids, get a green light card. They let you and they teach your kids how to invest. That's how my son is learning how to invest right now. And that's pretty much it. Like just like you said, I'm just take the money. The truth is you do have to have a career or be making enough money to invest. That's one thing I will say. Like if you're not making enough money, you ain't got enough money to invest. So the first thing is you gotta make enough money or be in a career. As J.I. say, a lucrative career. Where is it? You got to have enough money to be able to, you got to make enough money to have enough to live off of and to be able to invest it. Now, if I only make, let's just say I only end up making $5,000 a month and I'm living off of 3,000 plus, like what you investing? You really ain't got no whole bunch to invest. So you just got to be, mindful of the jobs that we get into. So definitely find a lucrative career. Surgical tech is definitely a career that you can make some money in right now. And you can go travel with it, make even more money. You can be a first assistant and travel and make money. And so I'm gonna tell y'all to do it, but I'm gonna say make a plan. Like, don't just get in this and like, oh, I'm gonna be a surgical tech for the next 20 years. Don't do that. Don't do that in no career. It don't matter if it's surgical tech, any other career. Don't just I'm 20 years. It's no reason for you to be in any career 20 years unless you really love it. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to, if you're really trying to be successful, the idea is to get in here, get as much money as you can, and just start investing it into something that's going to give you at least, I'm going to say a 10% return. The easiest 10% return is definitely going to be the stock market, but there's other avenues where you can intend, and the stock market is going to be a long-term play though. So if you're trying to get cash flow, which is something that I'm interested in more than a long-term play right now. So I'm looking at the cash flow. Let's see. Definitely keep the websites going. I'm looking at it. Now. Y'all working on it, Jay. I'm working on it. I'm definitely working on it. Um, and because I've been using this AI tool, so what's slowing me, I wouldn't say it's slowing me down, but I'm learning this tool because it's helping me create content faster. And so I definitely got some more content that I'll be putting out there. And the whole idea is to put information that is useful. And then, through these companies that I'm working with, these different softwares, if you guys decide that you want to try any of it or just try some of the stuff that I'm doing, if you use my link, then the companies just pay me. So that's just affiliate marketing. So it doesn't cost y'all anything. You getting all the value. If you decide that you want to do what I'm showing you, then you go to these companies and then they pay me. But that's just something I'm working on. And the website would be, to me, a website is like a house. Like if you buy a house, like it's a investment property. And so you get an investment property. If I was to buy a house right now, I have to have like over 100,000, and you still got to renovate it and all of that, right? And then you got to get somebody in it, and then once they're in it, hopefully they don't tear it up. And so maybe you will end up with, we'll say right now, about $1,600 in rent. But I don't need all of that with my websites. I can just build the website out, and it could still make over $1,600, $2,000 a month in income just based off of me sharing information around surgical tech career or anything really. I got another website. I got a couple other websites. I won't post them right now because they're not live and they're not all the way ready yet. But yeah, definitely look into websites or ebooks. It's just a less overhead when you're looking at investing. And then, as y'all may or may not know, I went and got my life insurance agent license just because I was learning about that type of investing. And so it's just a whole bunch of just me learning things and sharing with y'all. And hopefully it helps. Y'all saying it's helping. So I'm just keep doing what I'm doing. And we're going to go from there. But I did want to share something with y'all before I forget, because I was thinking about it earlier and it slipped my mind. I was using CareRev. And so I done talked about CareRev before. And if y'all don't know about CareRev, it's a I won't call it a travel agency because that's not it. It's more like an app or a website that you can use if you would like to pick up shifts as a 1099 professional. So you do have to do your own taxes. But let me tell y'all something. While I was looking for a job, I had a couple contracts that fell through while I was working, while I was at home, and I got so tired. I had a couple of contracts that fell through when I came home this last time, and I decided that I was going to pick up some shifts on CareRev. I had already heard about Medley, but CareRev was had more shifts in the city. And y'all, I am a straight up advocate of CareRev at this point. If you are in the area that CareRev is, if you have not signed up, you should definitely sign up. It's better than PRN. It is, like I say, a 1099 type of employment. So if that scares any of you, then maybe you don't do it. But 1099 only means that at the end of the year or at the end of the tax year, you'll have to do your own taxes on it. But I don't think I can show y'all the other way. I'm gonna have to show you like this. Damn, I don't think that's gonna work. Cause I don't think it has a website. Maybe I can log in through the website. Let me see. So, anyways, the whole point is I would just go on here and pick up. Let me share my screen so y'all can see what I'm doing. I would go on here and pick up shifts, y'all. I hope it let me log in. I don't know my password by heart. Let's see. Okay, so y'all should be able to see this. This is CareRev. Y'all, it's definitely if you looking for some type of way to fill in your income, and maybe you're traveling. Let's just say you're traveling out of town and you need some money. This is like one of the best ways to get it right now, because what'll end up happening. Dang, I don't know my password, y'all. Hold on, let me start sharing so I can figure out what this password is real quick. Okay, I got it. Let me pull it back up so y'all can see. Precinct. Oh no, it's this one. Okay. So y'all, okay, let me see. I'm gonna show y'all. First of all, I don't like when I do this. This is the default when you come in. I don't like when I do that, but why it won't let me do it? How? But anyway, so as you can see, this is a calendar. We're down here. They had a shift open today. As you can see, that's the rate. That's the total. Those are the hours. So they're saying that that's for a surgical tech and an OR nurse. Let's see what else they got on here. Is it shifts? No, I think that's for me. Yeah. So I can show y'all. So this is the kind of money I was making on here. I'll show y'all. This don't mean nothing. And so as y'all can see, these is the rates that I was getting as a tech with CareRev. Let me hop back and see if y'all can see. Y'all let me know if y'all can see. Oh yeah, y'all can see that. Okay. And so, okay, let me go back. So here's the rates that I was picking up at the surgery centers. Now, yeah, some of these, so the rates are very based on, I want to say, if you pick it when you first, when it first pops up, they put it at the lowest rate. And then once the need hasn't been met, so let's just say they posted it last week and the time is coming closer, then they'll increase the rate. I didn't know that at first. I learned that. So now I just wait until I can get the most money. So let's just say tomorrow I want to go somewhere. If I was out of town, I could go. This is in South Florida. Yeah, this hospital is in South Florida. I haven't picked up any shifts with this facility because they want you to be, well, that one wanted you to be COVID vaccinated, and I am not. Let's see. So Park Creek, that's in South Florida, and you can see, like, I could click on the whole day, or you could just come over here and say, oh, what's the $63 one? That's for them. And what else did I want to show y'all? Let me see. Oh, all you have to do is come in here. Let me show you how you pick it. I guess I can do that. I won't be able to pick this one, but this should say claim. So I still have more stuff to do. That's why it says onboarding. I'll click it so y'all can see. And so they've already done all of this for me. And then they got 5 tasks remaining. I got to get a TV for them. They want a drug screen. You don't have to get none of this except for the TV if you do a surgery center. Let me pop back to see if y'all got anything to say. Okay. If you do a surgery center, you don't have to do any of those credentialing. The only thing I had to do was my TB, my BLS, like real basic, but not let me see if I can find one that is not with them. But all of this stuff that they asked me for over here, I didn't have to do. Like none of this is required for the surgery center. Let me find one that I can actually claim. I could probably claim this one. Yeah. So this is a surgery center. So you'll see it say outpatient surgical tech. It's showing you that it's general. It's showing you that the shift available. All of this information. It's showing you where it's at, so you can decide if you want to go or not. And all of this stuff right down here. And then if I wanted to claim it, I would click this. I'm not going to click it because I'm not going to claim it, but I could click it. So they only paying $30 an hour. Your total for that day is going to be $253. What I do like about CareRev also is that you get paid twice a week. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, that ain't it. You get paid twice a week. I think that's it right here. Yeah. So it is direct deposit. Where is that little chart they showed me? Oh, here it is. This is how you get paid on CareRev. So if you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you get paid Friday. If you work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you get paid on Tuesday. So you get paid twice a week depending on what day of the week you work. So if you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, you'll get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on Friday, and Thursday, Friday on Tuesday. There you go. Yeah, and so I like CareRev, you guys. They don't offer it for surgical first assistants, but they offer it for surgical techs, OR nurses, LPNs. Let me see what else. I don't know. And so then they do give you this breakdown on the difference between a 1099 and a W-2. So you can come and read over that if y'all wanted to. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. So once you get out here, y'all could definitely go over there and check that out. Let me stop sharing real quick, y'all. Oh, I do want y'all, hold on. If you do decide, let me go back. Where is it? If you do decide that it's something that you would consider, hold on, where'd it go? I don't see it. But anyways, I wanted y'all to see that because I definitely was like, this is something that I will be doing every time I'm in between job assignments or anything like that. Oh, this is what I wanted to show y'all. They even have a referral program. So it says starting at 100 to 250 per person. So this is something that I would just tell y'all, like, definitely consider signing up with CareRev. If y'all want to use my code, there's my code right there. And just put that in the little referral box. And, if you let me know that you did it or whatever, I can definitely, I'll shoot you some of the dang on referral like bonus. But I thought that was kind of cool. I don't even know how much it is per, because they do pay per, I think it was like a thing per, what is it called? Per position. Like if you're an LPN, you get paid a certain amount or something like that. Yes. Let me see. I missed some stuff. Okay. J.I. said, what's the most you made in a year in your career traveling? Teching. Oh, I don't know. In a year, because you have to understand, if you're traveling, it's gonna say something like $30,000. I'm gonna say, like, maybe, let me do the math real quick. So this is just gonna be rough math. So typically, I only work 6 months when I'm traveling out the year. So if I'm bringing home 15 times, let's do 15 times 4 times 6. That would have been 36. Let's divide that by half, because half of that is not taxed. So we'll say, if we taxing it, or if we talking technical, it's gonna be um about 18,000 if you're looking at my pay, if you're looking at my tax return. Total, that came up to, as a tech, bringing home 1,500 a week. That was bringing home 1,500 a week. So we'll say it was around 18 to 1,900 gross. No, net. No, gross. Gross is over. Yeah, gross. So I subtract about $300 to $400 for taxes. That showed me 3,600 in a 6 month time frame. 36 times 2. If you work the whole year, that's 72. So you can make around, it's more than that. It's more than that. I'm saying you can make 100,000 right now for sure. So 100,000 would be, let's just say you bring home 2,000 after taxes times 52. That's $104,000. And the truth is, only some of that's getting taxed. Like, the whole 2,000 ain't gonna get taxed. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really know how much I mean. We're gonna say 70,000. Working. If you do 70,000, let's just say you work 9 months out of the year. Because most people don't work most people don't work a whole 12 months. I mean, I don't know about nobody else. I will be this year though. We're gonna see what that look like. Let me close out. Let me stop sharing my background. So Carev is definitely a lifestyle. Yes, yes, y'all. I had no idea, and I think, let me see now for it. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So y'all should definitely be on Carev. If you don't know about Carev, like I said, you definitely need to find out about it, and then you can use this code right here. I could type today. That'd be nice. This is my Carev code. Did I put let me put the website in here so y'all could get that as well. This is the apply now. Yeah, this is what you need. It's gonna put all of that stuff in there. We ain't need all of that. You ain't have to put all of that in there. Let me see what that link look like. Oh no, that's absolutely too long. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming back. I definitely got to do like a full review on them, because I haven't had any problems with CareRev at all. None with getting paid, none with just anything with the facilities. I haven't had a problem with them at all. So I would definitely consider it. Oh, look at how sweet y'all being. Such a rewarding career. Wish you were in school. Thanks. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Y'all can let me know. Please hit the like button, y'all, because I was looking at my analytics the other day, and I was just like, it's not that nobody's watching, because people watching it, but most of the people watching not subscribe. And I'm fine with you not subscribing, but at least just like it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to subscribe. I'm gonna put that in there for y'all. That's gonna be for whoever come back and watching that later. Yes. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, when I be like referrals and affiliate programs, this is totally an affiliate like thing. So And I'm saying it. Did I spell Care right? Yeah. I'm saying this so y'all, so y'all can understand the other stuff that I be talking about. I'm gonna do a whole review on Care, and that is gonna go on my surgicaltechcareer.com website. Now, in the future, when other surgical techs come along and they start watching my videos or they end up on the website and they say, hey, I like her information enough. I'm going to go through Care. I'm going to go to Care through her link, and I'm going to use her referral code. Sometimes it's a link, sometimes they give you a referral code. I like a link better because then the person on the other end don't have to do nothing. A referral code is fine, but you got to put the referral code in where the referral code go. So if y'all sign up to Care, let me show you where the referral code go at. This is what I want y'all to understand, why I be like harping on getting a website and stuff, because this is part of like affiliate marketing. And so the code goes right here. It pre-filled all that for me because I have I'm on my website. But if you wanted to show me some love and you signed up through CareRev, you would come over to carerev.com, you would click apply. This website or this tab will open. It will look like this. It won't have all that stuff in there. And you would type in my code. If it was a link, you would just go straight to the link and you wouldn't have to type in anything. So I kind of like that better, but whatever. Let me see. She said, I'm gonna try out Medley tomorrow. Hopefully it's as good as Care. I have not tried out Medley yet, but Medley does offer first assist positions. I had a brain fart. So let me see if I can log into Medley. I don't know enough about Medley to be like how excited I was about Care, but the concept would be the same. What? I spelled it wrong? I must have spelled it wrong. Let's see. And I probably don't know the password to this one either. Because they're all on my phone. MEDELY.com. Oh, let me see if I can share that with y'all again. And if y'all coming in, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Sorry if y'all hear me sniffing and all that. I got post nasal drip and all kind of stuff. Y'all, it's cold in Florida. Like, what happened? I don't know. And so you would log in. Oh, I don't know what the password is. Hold on. Let me see if I know it without like. Oh, look at it. I didn't even have to do anything. Okay, perfect. So this is Medley. It always show up like this on my phone. When I first log in, I never have any jobs. For some reason, I have to come over here and do this. Boom. So Brooksville has a position open right now. They're telling me I need to add my credentialing. It's my TB test. I need to go get a TB test. So if I click this, it can unlock it. As you can see, I need a TB test. But you may not need one, or maybe you'll have one that's up to date, and you can just go ahead and book it. Let's put that like that. So this one, you could book this if I had it. So that's for ENT. That's tomorrow. It doesn't really show. Does it show the rate? It don't show the rate, do it? Like the hourly rate. So this one you actually have to come over here and figure out on your own. Where is my calculator? So let's see. Now, what you got to be mindful of, you guys, is that this is 1099. So yes, you're gonna get this full rate at the end of the year. You're gonna need to be able to um do your own taxes. So with the breakdown of doing the 8 hour session, you're getting paid for 8 hours right here. The total is $35.49. With Medley, they also have shifts. I mean assignments. I do know that because I looked at them. Here it is. So you come over here, and obviously Florida's at the front of mine because I'm in Florida. And if whatever you put under your profile settings, that's what it's gonna set your home state to over here. Oh, let's see here. So let's click on Florida. Let's see what assignments they got. All right. So now y'all can see. So this one they have a surgical first assist position going for 2,100. They got a $500 bonus. Let's click on it. See what they're talking about. They got 36-hour, 3 12-hour shifts. It's general surgery. This is the breakdown. So this part right here is taxable. No, not that's non-taxable. This is taxable. So what that means is if that's what they're taxing you on, let's see how much your hourly rate is. The hourly rate, what is it? 36 hours, 36. So that's the rate that they taxing you on, which is good because this still gonna get taxed. That's still a lot to be taxed on. So you'll be taxed on that, but this is all yours. That's all you. They gonna tax that bonus too. All right, so this is what they asking for. They say they need a surgical tech first decision, 12-hour days. You need to have BLS, 1 year of acute care experience in this unit, and you got to stay about 50 or 75 miles away. They give you the hospital's location, but not exactly. Like the other one give you the exact location. If I wanted to ask about the assignment, I would click there. I have applied to multiple of their jobs before, but I never took one, or their assignments, I should say. Let me just check back because I don't know if y'all talking over here. Hey, Tash. That's my friend, y'all. She was a surgical tech. Well, she ain't scrubbing no more, but she used to be a surgical tech. So we were stationed together in the Navy. In the Navy. So on here, here's some more rates for surgical techs, as y'all can see. This one is showing, so basically $2,000 a week. That's before taxes. So it's gonna be around, I'm gonna say 15. It could be less, it could be a little bit more, but I'm gonna just take off $400. So between 15 and 1600. That's for tens doing general surgery. Sometimes they have see this one, this ain't bad. This Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. That's not bad at all. You could work this if you had a 412. That's not 412. What are they talking about? Oh, is them your days off? Did I read it wrong? Huh. Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. I guess them your days off. Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. Because this say they want four tens, and that's not 4 days. They basically want the same thing. I wouldn't worry about if they say COVID. Care for COVID page. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. I thought they were saying, do you need to have COVID? Because sometimes even if somebody asks for COVID, I still apply even though I didn't get vaccinated. And then I just do an exemption. So this is what Care Rev got right now, y'all. If y'all can see this, let's see what this one out here. I can guarantee you this is CBOR right here. Watch. Oh no, it's not. Look at there. That's not bad. What did it say? 2094, 2024. I'm just checking to make sure y'all ain't saying that. And if y'all say something, make sure I ain't missing nothing. All right, so as you can see, that $2,000 will take off for taxes. Not just me. If you single and you don't have no kids, just take off like 3 or 2. Maybe go 20, take off $250 for taxes. Because you're not getting taxed on that full amount. You're only getting taxed on half of it. So they're going to tax you on this right here. That's what's being taxed. So let's do the same thing for this one. Let's clear that. We're going to do 9. We're going to do, what is that, 40 hours? That's $24. I'm going to say $25 an hour that they taxing you on. That's all they taxing you on. They're not taxing you on this. So we're gonna say they're gonna take off $400. I'm gonna say that it's probably less, but we're gonna say 400. So that'll be a brain calm of around $1,600-$1,700, which is not bad a week if you really think about it. It just depends on how what your money look, your bills looking like, your expenses looking like. All right, so that's here. Let's see what this first assistant in Daytona looking like for 2,600. That's CVOR. 3 12-hour shifts from 6 to 6. I don't have CVR experience, so I'm not gonna apply for that. They are taxing you on $1,100 a month. I mean, a week. This is weekly pay, y'all. Remember that this is weekly. Let me see. Uh. What is that? 36 hours. So on your taxes, it looked like you making this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what you're being taxed on. That don't count. That ain't bad. You getting all that tax free. I like that. All right, I'm gonna take us to another city. Let's go to another city, and then I'm probably gonna hop off because I done got hungry, y'all. I need to be in there cooking. All right, let's see. So they have this highest pay. Let's see the highest gross pay. And this is based off of my credentialing, y'all. If y'all got other credentials, it'll show all of the, like if you're an LPN, a CNA, it'll show everything up here if you want them to. So it's 2,800 in Texas right now, 36 hours. That's good for 36 hours, y'all. I would take this. I would do that all day. I don't like this. I don't like that. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let's see. 1797 divided by 36. That's it. That's a lot. To me, that's just too much to be being taxed on. I like it when it's the other way around, but that's still not a bad rate for 36 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good. That's good money for 36 hours. What y'all think? $2,800 plus a $500 bonus? What she say? It seems like medley travel pay is higher in comparison. It seems like it, don't it? It damn sure do. I can't see. I know. She going to nursing school, y'all. She trying to get that money. I might have to go back because I keep seeing that RNFA stuff pop up, like talking to me. So let me see what they talking about. So they say you need to be a first assist. You have to have the certification. You got to have 3 years of tech experience. Your BLS needs to be American Heart Association. That's what that AHA is. You need to have robotic experience, which I'm getting now. And you have to have vein harvesting skills. I don't have that at all. And that's for cardio. So I wouldn't apply to that. This right here alone and cardiac, like that's, I know I'm not gonna go and play with them people like that. But they not saying that. They need to really, honestly, how they putting this, they need to put because this not general, so they need to come fix that because they probably gonna get a whole bunch of people applying that's thinking it's general surgery and it's not. They got tech. Look at this, $2,800 in Washington. Y'all trying to go to Washington? Oh, look at there. Robot. See, this is what they should. This is how they should have had their stuff listed: robotics, cardiac cath, CVOR. But if you got the experience, ooh, they gave you a whole bunch. So they say 10-hour days. Flow into the main OR is needed. Oh, look at them. COVID vaccine required. Must have Washington Tech license. They doing a Da Vinci. What is that? 9? What is 10? No, that's 11. Will do call on robots too, as well as train travelers if they don't have robotic experience. Oh, that's nice. At least they giving you a choice to train. Standard cataract cases, cath, they do not. They do utilize robots and vascular procedures. The rest, yeah, this ain't it for me. I don't have enough experience in that for me to be doing that. This still ain't bad though. Look at these rates. 27. That's CVOR. If y'all can get some CVR training shit, you should do it. This in Illinois. This ain't enough to go to Illinois, and it's cold there. Like, and look at what they're asking for: spines, robots. That's not enough for me to go out of town, y'all. But it's still good money. If you in Illinois, that'll be something good. Or if you live close by, that'll be something. Let me see. What's another good one? Oh, let's go to Vegas. This a 12-week one, CVOR. Boy, they on here, ain't they? Let's have 2-year cardiac experience. So y'all get an idea, don't y'all? Let me see if y'all still in here. Y'all get an idea of, if y'all want me to keep showing y'all the rates, I will. But y'all pretty much get an idea of what Medley's offering. Like I say, they have shift work too. I gotta go over 150 miles to Brooksville. That part is not an assignment. That's just that shift for that day. And I think we did the math on that, and I think that's like $34 or something like that an hour. I got a referral code for them too. We're gonna drop it in here and let y'all decide. Like I said, I haven't taken an assignment with them, but I definitely will take an assignment. Remember how I was telling y'all about the link? That's the link. I like the link. I like when it's just a link. So let me see. I'll put that in the chat for y'all. If you want to try Medley, it's something for you to try. It's another way to make money, another stream of income. If for some reason you're not able to pick up a travel assignment, or if you not able to pick up a job, if you look for a job in between jobs or traveling, that's what I was thinking of. If you just want to travel, I think CareRev might be better for traveling because you have more um options. I would say I think you get more options with CareRev than Medley as far as shift work go. I feel like you do. You get more options like they with shift work. But if you're trying to go travel, like an actual travel assignment, I would say come over here to Medley and check them out as well. Because I definitely would be taking a contract with them as soon as they have something that I want. Now I did have to call Medley and have them add my surgical first assist credentials to my account because I had created the account as a tech. And so they was only showing me tech shifts. So now they show me tech and first assist shifts. But I think depending on what you're looking for, it's going to determine which platform to use. But both of them offering you the flexibility of basically traveling or traveling across the country or just filling in the gaps. Like if I was vaccinated and was wanting to go to Miami, I would go on CareRev because CareRev got a lot of shift work in Miami. Now, maybe the further south I go, like let's just say if I decided that I wanted to change my settings on Medley and put it for something else like Atlanta. I know Atlanta be all over Medley because I have a homegirl that used it, but I don't see Atlanta. So it does depend on your location. Let's just say it like that. All right, y'all. So what y'all think? Y'all think that's enough information for today? If y'all have some questions, y'all feel free to ask the questions. The MVP of today's video is definitely JI. So I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of reward system, you guys, for like the most comments. I ain't giving him MVP because he showed me the love with the super chat, but I am saying because he was mostly engaged. He asked a lot of questions. You know, I like when people talk to me, talk back. I like back talk. Fix that. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna look over here in the chat for a few minutes and answer any questions that y'all may or may not have. And then I'm gonna probably give it like about a minute. And I'm going to slide up out of here because your girl is hungry. Hey, April, girl. I know it's been a minute. How you been? I know I had to come in. I had to come on here. That's right, J.I. You definitely the MVP today. I almost didn't pop in. Y'all really wasn't feeling good. I really don't feel like great. Like keep feeling like I'm short of breath. I don't have COVID. Yes, see you next time. Thank you for showing up, you guys. Yes, having a skill you can fall back on and increase in. Yes. Now, me and this anesthesiologist, or she was a CRNA, we was talking about this the other day, how like you can leave the medical field and come back. I done left the OR plenty of times and came back. I will say it's hard to come back sometimes because some of the stuff be done changed, and you just gotta you have to kind of just catch up. But you'll definitely always have a job. Like it'll never be a time. And I haven't put enough time into other skills and other careers to make the amount of money that I make doing what I'm doing as a first assistant. So once I do that, then I might stop scrubbing or maybe just go PRN or something like that. But right now, like I don't, it just ain't, it's not enough. I don't have another skill set that, like I say, currently. Now, the other skill sets that I do have, they do make me money. They just not making as much money on a consistent basis as this is doing. So that's why you'll see, like, you guys will see me talking about content creation and stuff. It says, I've been good, love, coming up to 4 months, yeah, on my job, but I'm eager to travel so bad. Girl, go. You know, I'm gonna tell you to get out here and get it. I'm gonna tell you to go. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just go. But you say 4 months. 4 months will be a year. So what you gonna? Yeah, just wait. I'm gonna tell you when it's gonna pick up again. It's gonna pick back up probably in the summertime, and then it's like everybody need help during the holidays. It say I want to see. I think her name is Veronique. 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 I hope I said it right. I'm going to residency school as MD and wanted to do this until then. Oh yeah, I mean it. It's a different. If you're trying to go be a, I don't know if I was if. Let me see how to say it. If you're trying to be a surgeon, I think it would be great. If you're just trying to be like a family practice doctor or something like this, it still would give you a good entry level understanding of anatomy. But if you're not gonna do surgery, it's still gonna help. You'll have a better understanding, and maybe you won't be sending your patients to surgery as much. Maybe you'll come up with like a holistic, approach to medicine once being in the OR. Because a lot of people come into the OR, the doctors they just teach them how to do surgery. They don't really know like a holistic approach to medicine like that. So, and I guess it just depends on the physician. Because I did meet some physicians that know that, but I don't think they learned that in medical school. Oh yeah, but good luck at medical school, like in your residency and everything. All right, y'all. Let me see what we got. That's it. Anybody want to like share any information that they may have or any tips and techniques or anything real quick before we get out of here? All right, then, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead because I know it's like a little delay on here, so I don't want to just like shut it down, but I am finna go eat. Time to eat. I gotta go cook. I first got to go out here and like I got to go. I think I'm gonna cook some greens. So I'm gonna pick some greens and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean them and cook them. What's up, April? Sorry, y'all. Y'all can hear my nose. My nose all stopped up. What you got? I'm gonna give her a chance to type her question. If y'all got answers or questions that y'all want to ask, feel free to ask them as well. I definitely do my best. My intentions is to make sure that I tap in with y'all. Cause y'all be inspiring me. And then I be like every day y'all interacting with each other. So I kind of like that too. So it's like I gotta keep creating content because the more content I'm creating, the more y'all engaging with me and each other. So it seemed like, it's only fair to keep posting the content. Like, let me see. I'm waiting on April question real quick. Y'all gotta watch clothes today. Oh my god. Definitely need a maid. Definitely need a maid, y'all. Oh my god. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's just me being a prima donna. I definitely want a maid. Maybe not a maid, but like something. Can you do traveling for at least 4 months? Let me see. She said, "Can I do traveling after at least 4 months? How can I prepare for that?" After 4 months of working at a facility, I would say, at least do 6 months or as much as you can get to a year, depending on the facility, and then it's gonna depend on where you're trying to go at. So if you're at a small facility and you only work as a tech for 6 months, and you ain't really get like exposure, then I would probably work there a little bit longer so you can get more exposure, or work at multiple. If you're gonna do 4 months, you need to have like multiple PRN jobs so you can get as much exposure as you can. It could be done though, and it also depends on what facility you go to. If you go to a small facility that have like a couple ORs, you'll be fine. Um, but I will say, like, get as much experience as you can as fast as you can. That's what I would suggest. And then you can go from there and decide. Like, I would say 6 months to a year probably would be better, but I don't know what type of facility you at. So that will play a part. But it don't matter because you can go somewhere and people can tell you like, oh, I've been doing this for a certain amount of time, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, I've met people that have all kind of bad habits or questionable habits, and you think like, how you even got this job? But you never know how they was trained and how, like, what other experience they really do have. And so I would say just get as much experience as you can, as fast as you can. And then just try. Like, I would say for you, before you jump out, like before you jump off the off the porch at 4 months, maybe pick up one of these, like what we were talking about earlier, like a care rev shift. Like, maybe pick up something like that just to try yourself in a different facility. And with care rev, you can pick inpatient surgical tech or outpatient surgical tech. Outpatient surgical tech is gonna be surgery centers. And even at surgery centers, you still gonna get experience. And it'll be a less stressful environment. So I would do something like Care Rev or Medley. And then once you Care Rev or Medley, try them and then go from there. Oh, April had a book to write. That's why she's I'm just playing. Does it hurt standing for long periods of time? This is like the most popular question in this field, I swear. Um, you get used to standing, and you need compression socks, and you need a good pair of tennis shoes. You need a good pair of tennis shoes, compression socks, maybe some compression leggings. I do notice that compression feels good on me, so I'm always in compression socks. I'm working on my shoes right now. I got some Pumas right now that I'm wearing that I kind of like them, but I think I need something with some more like cushion. But yeah, it do hurt a little bit. It's only see it. It's just I said she wrote a book. It says also, can you be non-certified surgical tech in the OR? Yes, and get trained as whoa. Let me read it first. Also, can you be a non-certified surgical technologist in the OR and get trained as a first assist on how to suture patients when you're not certified? I hope I'm asking that correctly. So I think what you're trying to ask me is if can you suture it? Can they train you to suture? Wait a minute. Get trained as a first assistant on how to suture patient when you're not. Really, surgical tech is not technically supposed to suture. However, I'm gonna say that it's at the discretion of the facility. Um, you can be not certified. Like it's I work with a lot of people that wasn't certified. I'm gonna tell you to get certified. I'm gonna tell you to get certified, but I wasn't certified for like the first 10 years. I was in I wasn't working always as a first assistant, so I didn't need to know how to suture. But if you aren't certified and you want to be a first assistant, I think you got to go. I think you have to. I think you can go through Medley, not Medley, Meridian. I think you can go through Meridian, and then you can be trained as a first assistant without being a tech. I think now you can be trained as a first assistant without having to be a surgical tech first. But at one point, you did have to be a certified surgical tech first. But I don't think that's the case anymore. I think if you go through the schools, let's just say you're already a surgical tech and you go to Meridian, excuse me, or Gulf Coast State College. I don't know. Maybe Gulf Coast State College might make you be a certified surgical tech first, but I'm pretty sure Meridian, you can just go in and start training as a first assistant. And because Meridian got certified through the N8, what is it? What is it? The CAAHP, whatever, the one that that does the license or the credentialing for the colleges and the higher education. Let me just show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. About hold on. You can go through them, but I'm gonna pull it up to make sure. Yeah. Oh, I ain't sharing my screen. Hold on. Let me pull this up. You welcome, babe. I hope I answered it. Let me show you real quick. The first assist program that I would, if you want to be more flexible, like if you don't want to have to go to Gulf Coast State College, then I would just do this company's. I don't have a referral link for them, you guys. I probably should reach out and talk to them about that, but this is what I was trying to say. They got accredited was the word, by the Commission on Accreditation of Ally. So this is when you can start getting financial aid. The school can offer financial aid. So let's see. Yeah, they got financial aid up here. Yeah, now you can get Pell Grants and all this stuff. See, back in the day, you couldn't get all of that with them. So they did get accredited. That's really good that they did. So now somebody asked me earlier, I think J.I. asked me earlier if I would let my son be a tech. I don't think I would want him to be a tech, but he could be a first assistant if he wanted to. I just want him to like not have to like, I don't know. I want him to be happy, whatever he want to do. So they got an online program and then they got an associate program. Oh, let me see. So yeah, they're showing you the class schedule over here and how the phases and everything were. 140 cases with a sponsoring surgeon or Meridian approved surgical first assistant. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you don't even have to. Let me see first. Okay, they do 13 hours online. You do that, and then you move to phase 2. And then phase 2, you got to go probably meet them. Oh yeah, in Nashville. And then you got to do these 140 cases, which ain't a lot because I'm pretty sure I had to do more than that. How much is it? Let me see how much it is. They ain't telling you no prices. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Sorry if it's going too fast. I wonder how much it is. They're definitely not giving no prices on the website. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, tuition information, page 29. Let me see. Get us. Hold on, y'all. Let me do what I. Oh, here we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, look, here it is. Okay. It's $7,000. No, it's a total of 13. Is this just the online one? Hold on, because they do have a bachelor. I mean, an associate's program. I'm just trying to see if this is for the. I guess this is total cost. Oh no, this is, yeah, that's for their associates program. What about, hold on, y'all. I know y'all probably can't read that, but I was trying to see how much the associates, I mean, their the what you call it program was just the online program. All right, well that didn't work, but for their associate program, as y'all can see, um, let me see what she said. Oh wow, that's good. You can still being certified as a tech and yes, that's what I'm getting from it. But I was trying to see how much the certification was versus the associate's degree. And then they saying about transferring credits, so you may be able to transfer credits in. I don't know, because it's a private school, so y'all know how that go. And it's, oh, is it, yeah, private? I think that's right, private schools. Oh, I just wanted to see how much the actual I mean the certification program was. Shoot, 7,000 still ain't bad, right? 8, you'll make that back in no time. For real, for real. 8,000. Yeah, this is for their associate's degree. So let me see. Sorry if I'm going fast, y'all. I just want to see. Yeah, here got the online program. So what's the rate? Clock hours. Still not showing how much the. Maybe I need to go up some more. Hold on. This is way not bad though. Like I had to like 200 in some cases. Not tying. Um, I know it's got to say something. Okay. That ain't it. Retake policy. I mean, at some point it should tell you how much the dang on classes, all right? So I guess it's breaking it up in phases. Okay, here we go. Here goes something. Okay. So the rate is the same. The price is about the same. The tuition, the technology fee, the processing fee is about seven, a little, almost $8,000. I wonder how long is it? Hmm. That's not bad, y'all. I don't know what y'all think. Hey, Janelle. I think I said it right. Janella. Oh, let me see. I'll be trying messing up people's name. Is it Janelle? Last August. You did. Look at that, y'all. She graduated. Did you do did you do their certification program, or did you do their um uh associates program? She said you did. Did you do the associates program, or did you do their certification online program? Yes. How long was it? Oh, that's exciting, y'all. I haven't met anybody yet that 1 year. Oh, that's not bad. It took a year. It's at your own pace. That's not bad at all, honestly. It's at your own pace, right? So if y'all honestly think about going from surgical tech, or if you think about being a first assistant, I would definitely look into Meridian. Oh, it's not at your own pace. Well, that's fine. It's still online. I mean, you really can't get too much more flexible than that. That's exciting. So, do you enjoy it? Are you enjoy being a first assistant? Like, I got a billion questions. Slow down. Oh, let me start sharing my screen. So now y'all know, like it's showing the program almost $8,000. It don't look like you have to be a surgical tech first at all to go to Meridian. They giving you a Pell Grant or a financial aid. And so I mean, I don't know what y'all thinking. I'm thinking it's worth it. She's saying it's taking. She said she graduated. I'm gonna show y'all. So she graduated from Meridian last August. I'm gonna show y'all all the comments just so y'all know what the conversation how the conversation going. She was laughing at me saying that. So she did the certification, which I'm gonna tell you to do the cert if you don't need the associates. Let me hold on. She said it took a year. And that wasn't bad, and it is not at your own pace. So she say, yes, I love it. I work for the same hospital. Oh man, yeah, you in the game then. But now I do abdominal transplants. Oh, are you on the? It's a great program. Look at there, y'all. First hand experience within a year, just last year. So yeah, so she ain't even been done a whole year yet. So if y'all a surgical tech and y'all hospital hire first assistants, just do this because then you could just stay there and you ain't even got to worry about learning the doctors and do, and if you want to go traveling, you still can. I'm gonna tell you to go get a little bit of coinage when you need it, or at least have it as an option. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. I hope I'm saying your name right. It looked like I want to say, yeah, Janelle. Is it Janelle? I got Janelle from that. I see Janelle. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, see, that's good. She still got all her benefits, y'all. Yeah, you said right. She said I said her name right. Okay. She said you still have full benefits PT on. Oh yeah. Good deal. Good job. Congratulations. Yay. I don't know how can I put. Let me see if it'll let me. I want to put an emoji. Ugh, I got a laptop. I don't know how to use my laptop, y'all. It won't let me put no emojis unless I flip this thing. Let me see. Let me try not to mess up this damn thing. Hold on, y'all. I want my keyboard to pop up. There it go. Close that. Hold on, y'all. I want to put an emoji right here for her. If I could figure out how to do it. Oh, let me see. It might not let me put that in there. Oh my god, I'm so extra. I love this phone. I mean, I love this laptop though. It ain't gonna let me do it. So extra. I wanted to give you some clapping hands. She say, hold on, was you a scrub tech and how long was you a scrub tech? Janelle. I wanna put y'all. Yes, April was a CST for almost 6 years. She said sorry for all the caps. I'm just so disappointed. I can't figure out how to get my hands. Y'all, I got to learn how to work my laptop. Hold on. But I learned that when y'all not on here with me. I should be able to put some hands or something in the cloud, but it didn't let me. But good job, Janelle. Great job. I wanted to cuss, but I'll try to refrain. But you did awesome. That's a really good job. 6 years, already a first assistant. I wish I would have had like just went for it. I waited a long time. I waited too long. That's why I don't want y'all to wait that long. I want y'all to get out here and get it. Just get it. Oh wow. Let me see. Hold on. Let me start sharing this so that don't show like that. Oh wow. Do you have to be certified to enter the program as a scrub tech? So earlier, Janelle, if you didn't see, April was asking if you had to be certified before you could start training. So that's kind of piggybacking on this question right here. She want to know. I didn't see it on the website where you had to be certified as a tech first. I don't see it, but oh, she says she don't think so. I don't see it. I don't hear it. Don't say that. I'm gonna share the screen back so you can kind of see too what I'm looking at, but it don't say that as far as applying go. I'm gonna show you again. Let me see. So I'm still on the program information. We talking about the all right, the online. So first thing, yeah, it don't say that at all. Let me see. Apply now. Let's see. Oh, it won't even let you just. Oh, you can apply online. Let me see. Oh, I'm not doing all of that, y'all. So let me look at the student handbook or the catalog. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I'm finna drop this in the link for in the comment section for you, April, if you want to take a look at it. I don't know. You lady, I don't know you ladies in personal song. Thank you, Boo. Yes, I'm excited too. I'm excited, Janelle. I ain't never met nobody, y'all. I'm so excited that I did this because I have not met anyone yet that actually went through Meridian program, but I knew about them before they got accredited. And back then, when I first applied for my first assist, when I to get it, you had to be a surgical tech for 5 years, certified surgical tech 5 years, prior military or have went to another a school. So then it came a long way. You do have to graduate from the surgical tech program and currently work at a hospital. That's dope though. Thank you. I'm going to check it out. You're welcome. Yeah, that's cool because you got to be able to have somewhere to probably do your this 140 hours or whatever. So you're gonna want to have somewhere to work. But just graduating from a surgical tech program, like shit, that's easy enough right there, right? And y'all, it's only $8,000. Let me tell you something. You can make that bet. It's gonna take you a year. So she said take you a year. So it's gonna take you a year. If you're a surgical tech right now, you finish with surgical tech school, I'm gonna tell you to come over here and get back in school. And half of this is just gonna be going further in detail. Oh, it do say 42 weeks, 52 weeks. It say 52 weeks right here. I'll highlight this so y'all can see this. That ain't no highlighter, but it says all CFA or SFAs certifications will be allotted 52 weeks to complete all 3 modules from their initial start. That ain't bad. It don't say nothing about you having to be certified first. So I'm gonna say no. And they give you an extension. You gotta pay $250 if you need an extension on that 52 weeks. Yeah, that's not bad, y'all. I think that's worth it. I ain't gonna lie. I really do. And I live in Georgia, and most of the persons I know graduate from there. It's a good program. That's what's up. That's really good though. That's a good rate. That's I mean $8,000. We're gonna say over a year, and then the earning potential base. Excuse me. Basically, I don't know how much tax really. I mean, like staff tax is making, but I'm gonna assume it's gonna be about. I'm gonna say $25 an hour, maybe 30. Yeah, no, I'm gonna tell you what. Um, I want you, if you don't mind, if you're not, whenever you busy, whenever I want you. Maybe we can sit down and do an interview. I can interview you. Shoot, I don't have no problem with that. You can give. Oh, that man. No, no, no. I was saying text. I was saying text. No, no, no. Yeah, I know. She said I make over 45. That's about it's over 45 down here in Florida too. Y'all, I'm so sorry. My nose is stuffed up, y'all. But no, I was saying for tech. So what I was really thinking was if a tech making $25 to $30 an hour, then just that $8,000 investment will put you with the within a year will put you basically $20 more. You get $20 an hour more. That's what I was thinking. I could be wrong because I don't remember how much like a staff tech make. But if we just talking about like staff not traveling, if a tech making $30 an hour, $25 to $30 an hour, then it should be around $20 more, which isn't bad for staff, which is not bad for staff. That's what that's good staff pay. That's what I'm saying. So, oh yeah, she said correct. So if a tech making between 25, yeah, it's about a $20 price difference. If we saying just straight staff pay, we're not talking about travel pay right now, y'all. If you do travel pay, just double it basically. If it's travel pay, just double it. So travel, I made like $100 an hour as a first assistant. So y'all, you can decide if it's worth it or not. If you're a tech, you've been in tech for a year at a big enough hospital, go get your first assist, work on that while you learning the tech stuff, and it's still fresh in your head if you fresh out of school. Get this Pell Grant. They offering you financial aid. Shoot, financial aid probably covering most of it, right? If you ain't making enough money, I mean, I don't know. I think it's worth it for me. But I was gonna say, Janelle, I know it's a lot. I could send you if you wanted to hop on. Let me see. I can share. I can invite you. I can send you the invite if you want to, and you can come. You can pop in right now if you feel comfortable. I was supposed to go eat in a few minutes, but I'ma still eat. All I gotta do today is eat and fold clothes. Let me see if she want y'all, I'll bring her on so we can do a quick little Q&A since she went to the school. If she don't want to, I'll still try to get her email address, and let me share my email address. So if you want to just schedule something, then I can hop on here with you. If you want to just email me and you don't have to do it today, but we would greatly appreciate having your input over here. I'm pretty sure um, it's other people on here that want to know about it because I didn't go through the program. I got my first assist stuff through the military. So when I applied for ah okay, I don't think you have to do that's so funny. People don't be wanting to get on. All right, you don't have to turn your camera on. So let me see. I'm gonna drop this in here. If y'all want to pop in, y'all can pop in. Let me see. If you say something crazy, not you, Janelle, but if I'm putting that link, that's the link. It should walk you through how to get to me, and then I'll be able to add you to the live to the stream. And y'all can pop in if y'all want to. I don't have no problem with it. But if you say something crazy, I'm getting you out of here. She say, hold on. I will put what she put on here, huh? Okay, but not video right now. That's fine. So we gonna take what we can get from Janelle. We gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Y'all might have sticking up too, but we ain't gonna worry about it. I supposed to retwist my hair this weekend, but I ain't retwist my hair. I ain't got my nails done, y'all. What is really happening? Let me see. So once we get done with Janelle, I was supposed to be leaving like 30 minutes ago. So once we get done with Janelle, that's gonna be it. So if y'all have any questions for her, go ahead and drop them in the chat now. So when she get on here, we can have them. If y'all want to add something about the school, we was just Meridian for first assistance. Once y'all get out of tech school, she said you have to have to have graduated from a surgical tech program, but you don't necessarily have to be certified to go to Meridian. So we're gonna see. Let me just check that link to make sure. Oh, there she go. Hold on, it say device. Wait, you need to let me see. Hey, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for hopping on here with us. I so much appreciate it.
No problem. So listen, I think
Say that again.
there's like a delay. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out a way where I
You got your, do you have your speaker on? You might have to turn off the
hold
volume. Can y'all hear? Does she sound okay? What y'all can y'all hear?
let me see.
I can hear you, so and it sounds fine. But you saying I'm delayed on your end?
Yeah, I'm like hearing you twice, Kilfa.
Oh, so you probably have a mic open, like the audio playing from the video.
Let me try and figure it out. I'm sorry. It's my
Oh,
first
you're
time.
fine. Let me see here.
Let's see. Let's see.
Keep audio. No, I want her audio. Let me just. I'm just seeing if it's anything I can do.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, it's still having the same problem.
You got a pair. You got your headphones on or no?
No, no headphones.
I'm not sure. Cause you sound perfect on my end.
I know. It's like I'm hearing you twice for some reason, and I don't know how to
How to turn it off?
figure out what's
You
going
got the video on?
on. Oh my God. Look, I'm so not tech savvy.
You might
Yes.
have to. You got the video on. You might have to turn the video off or mute it.
Okay, let me see. Oh my God.
You turned off your mic. Oh, she probably trying to get some help.
Okay.
We good? You
Can
think
you
you
hear
got?
me
I can hear you.
now? Okay, good. Yes. Okay, I figured
Okay.
it out.
Yay.
Thank you for bearing with me.
Oh no, I know. I totally get it. You should have saw me earlier, like making sure I knew how to work this little software thing. I was like, okay, we're gonna do a dry run before you even think about hopping on.
Right, right. Let me just start out by saying that, girl, I have been watching you for years.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
like I've probably watched most of your videos ever since I graduated. Even when I was in school for surgical tech, like back in 2015,
Oh my goodness.
there weren't a lot of people. I mean, that I can remember that had videos out for Surge Tech that like
Hmm.
posted on a regular.
Right.
And man, I found you and I learned so much from your video. So I just want to start off by saying thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me that. Because look, back then, even now, sometimes I be like, don't nobody want to hear this. But y'all keep saying it, keep sharing. I'm like, I'm gonna keep sharing it. And if you see me back then, you don't watch me go from I want to be in this career. I keep going back and forth. Like I'm leaving. I can't take it anymore.
Right. But the burnout is real. So,
The burnout is very much real. That's definitely an understatement. And but it is rewarding, and it's sometimes you do just have to find your place. That's what I was telling the tech the other day. I was like, maybe I was just doing too much. Maybe I just need to get somewhere and sit down a little bit and, have a little slower pace type of vibe or
right,
something.
switch it up a little
Yeah.
bit. Hmm.
Yeah. And luckily we in a field where you can go from, a trauma center to a surgery center or, anywhere in between. So
Yep.
but first of all, let me tell you, congratulations for not only becoming a surgical tech, but a first assistant. Like, I wish
Yeah.
I had a round of applause button. I'm gonna get there one day. I'm
He's
gonna
so
learn.
sweet.
I need it. And so, yes, that's what's up. I tell people all the time, like, I waited too long to do a lot of this stuff. I was timid, I was scared, and I was like, I'm gonna leave and then come back. But if you just stick with it long enough, it'll definitely get you to where you need to be at. And yeah, making over $45 an hour as a staff, over 45, because we both in that over 45. I wasn't expecting that in Florida. Like the rates down here be sad sometimes. So
Yeah, and I'm from Florida, and I know a couple people down there too, and they told me the pay isn't too great. Um,
yeah,
so I've definitely heard that before.
yeah, it's crazy. So that's when a couple years I went traveling because I was trying to make as much money as I could as fast as I could.
Hmm.
But now I'm like, just I was trying to find something at home. I couldn't find that in travel wise at home. So I was like, I'm
Hmm.
just apply for a permanent position. And
Hmm.
that's what I was telling them. I found something with 6 ORs. They sending us home early a lot of days. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy work for me right now. I don't know if it's gonna be like that when, the cases pick up
Right.
in the fourth quarter. But right now, I mean,
Easy breezy sounds
yeah,
like.
and then if they don't want to send me home, you want me to sit on this clock? Guess what I'm gonna
Right.
do?
Go on to flex
I'm gonna
me
sit
off. I'm
here.
good.
You can send me home while I sit on the clock, however you want to do it. I'm good
Right.
with it all.
Right. Right.
But no, and then the people I work with, like, ain't no micromanaging. They just, make sure you in your room, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And they ain't really like, hounding. You know how some people you got to I don't know. I done been to places where you can't even go use the bathroom without them overhead page you or that
Right.
type of
And if
stuff
you're
and
not
stuff.
doing the case, they want you to be, either helping putting back supplies or, just doing stupid stuff like,
Busy work that I don't want to do. I
yeah,
don't want to put up no supplies. I don't want to see no. I don't want to look for expired stuff. I don't want
exactly.
to do that. I don't want to do
Like
that.
filling up SPD. Like,
Right. I don't want to do any of that. Just send me home. Just send me home. If we're not scrubbing no case, then just send me home. Or if we waiting on a doc, then that's what it is. But
yep.
so let's get into this because I know I'm excited to find out. I was not expecting this to be like how this gonna go today. So I'm super excited to even meet somebody that's went to Meridian. Because I've been telling people for years about Meridian because the only two places that I found that had first assist programs was Meridian. And back in the day they didn't offer financial aid, but they had like another kind of financial assistance. I want to say it was more like a private
Hmm.
or some payment plan, maybe it could have been. And then for Gulf Coast State College, they that's here in Florida and Panama City Beach. So
Okay.
I actually, before I knew that I could take the first assist exam, had went to Gulf Coast State College and was gonna go through their program. And some kind of way I ended up calling the NBS TSA phone number, and they actually informed me that I could apply as a surgical tech that was over 5 years or through my military training. So I did that the month that they was ending those pathways.
Yeah,
So you can't even go that way no more.
I watched your videos and when you were talking about testing out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Isn't
so
that crazy how you're able to do that? Like
yeah,
the
you can't do it anymore. That's not allowed anymore.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you're able to take advantage of it though, that's great.
a blessing. That's I would. I'm gonna tell you. Like I tell people now, they be like, "Would you go to you? Would you go back to the military?" And I'm like, I wouldn't go back, and I can't say anything bad about the military because everything I got as far as my career go right now, even my cosmetology stuff came. All of that came from the military. Like all of that came from me
Mm-hmm.
going to the military. They paid for everything,
Mm-hmm.
so that was that. Yeah, I lucked out. But I'm gonna tell you, I think I would have been I would have benefit more, especially when I was testing for the exam, going through a program. I feel like that. Now I asked somebody that went to Gulf Coast State College how they felt about that program, and he didn't have anything good to say about it. It's as far as the study material, making sure that his cases was counted. It was just unorganized. The director ended up leaving, I guess, during his program or whatever. And so it just kind of went a little bit to the left.
Right.
But I just thought Meridian was perfect back then because it was all online. You didn't have to really, you just had to go to wherever they was going to go at. And, it seemed easy enough to do. But now they offer financial aid, and it's just like, that's even better. Like, you don't even have to be in Florida. You can just be anywhere and just sign up. And then you saying that the program is a year. So
Yeah.
let me back up. Tell us how you got into this. Let me stop talking because I'll be talking.
No, you're fine. So basically when I applied for the program like last January, hold on, was it January? Yeah. Um, so from the beginning they ask you if you work for a hospital that will allow you to do your clinicals there,
Oh,
because I don't know about other states, but here in Georgia it's a very limited amount of hospitals that will literally let you do your first assist clinicals.
oh
It's crazy.
wow.
It's crazy. It's really hard for people in this state, so they try to, that's like a number one for them. They have to make sure that you have a facility that you can do your clinicals at. And then once that's verified, then they will allow you to finish the whole process with the application, go through the financial aid. I was able to apply for the Pell Grant, and I got a few $1,000s off of my whole tuition, which was nice.
Oh,
And so I think I ended up paying a little bit over 5 grand, maybe.
really? For the so you got a couple because they stand on the, I don't know how much it was when you went. They're saying it's about
Yeah,
8,000.
it was about 8.
Yeah. So you only had to pay about half of that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm still like, with the whole payment, with the whole paying it back right now. I mean, none of us have to pay on our
Student loans right now.
student loans right now. But I mean, I still have a balance. It's not like I finished paying it off. I didn't pay it off cash or anything like that.
Right, right. You're right.
So, so yeah, that wasn't bad. And the program itself, right after you start, you're basically, it separates into modules, and they want you to attend what's called Pig Lab Week.
Uh-huh.
And they want you to do that within the first 2 months of you starting school, because you cannot start your clinicals until you actually go to the school and attend that lab week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where you dissecting a pig and
Yeah.
formaldehyde and everything. Yeah. Ugh.
So basically, and it kind of sounds inhumane, because
Oh no, I did it. It just stunk. It was just stink so bad.
and it's a different experience. I mean, some of my classmates, they were kind of negatively affected by it. They did not like seeing the pigs on the ventilators and things. It was kind of crazy, but it was a very fun week, and we learned a lot. And if you went to lab week anywhere before, you kind of get to play the surgeon. You get to
Mm-hmm.
have the instruments in your hand and actually do the cases as if you were the surgeon, which
Right.
gave you great practice. So we got to do laparoscopic cases and open cases that week, and then you take like a little exam, and if you pass the end of the week exam, then they officially give you the okay to start your clinicals.
Oh, okay. So it is a little intense a little bit at the beginning just to even really
Yeah.
get all the way into the program.
Yeah, because you cannot, like I said, you can't start your clinicals unless you do that lab week first. So I started in February last year, and I went to lab week in April, like the middle of April.
Okay. And you had to go, is it in Tennessee that
It
I
is.
start?
It's in Chattanooga and no, Nashville, sorry, Nashville, Tennessee. And I got a little Airbnb and I was there for a week. It's like a Monday to Friday thing.
Uh-huh.
And then and I stayed for a week because I was like, let me just stay and check out, downtown Nashville and go hit up a little jazz spot and just try to
Right.
made it into a little vacation. But the week was great. The instructors are really hands-on. They teach you how to do like the two-hand knot ties, like the
Mm-hmm.
surgeon knots. And just you just get a lot of practice learning how to anticipate surgeons needs and just kind of work on your laparoscopic skills and things like that.
Right. Now, what I want to ask you is how do you feel like the program differed from as a first assist different from your surgical tech program?
you know it's just a little bit more detailed and it's more focused on anatomy
Mm-hmm.
than instruments.
Oh,
Even
I see.
though we
Yeah.
learned, I mean, obviously, as a surgical tech, we had to learn about anatomy, but
Right.
it's really hyper focused on anatomy when it comes to the program. You really, really have to know like your vessels and where the lymph nodes are, and the it's just a lot more detailed as far as the anatomy is concerned.
Right.
There's no emphasis on instruments.
At all.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Other than knowing what to use on certain tissues and things like that. You know what I mean?
So you think becoming a surgical tech first helped you overall helps you better as a first assist in the OR?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't knock. I know a couple people that went to surgical tech school and literally right after that went to Meridian.
Really? That's what I was just telling them. Like, if you don't have to get certified or any other prerequisite besides completing a surgical tech program,
Yeah,
I would go straight in. I wouldn't even, it's no, you already fresh. So just keep going. Just don't even stop.
right. And if you want to go that route, then that's great. Do what
Because you
you
still got to get a job, right? You still like, you finish the surgical tech program. You got to go to work as a surgical tech,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So while you're going through that whole process,
You can be
learning,
clinicals, yeah.
yeah, you can start at least get applying or something, for the program.
Yeah. But for me, I wanted to have at least a couple years underneath my belt just to feel like, I was comfortable and confident in what I was doing. And that was the better choice for me personally.
Right. Right.
My whole goal in the beginning was to be a first assist. I went into being a surgical tech knowing that I wanted to be a first assist.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
okay.
I
That
still
makes sense.
foundation, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah. So
but
you had a plan.
yeah, but 2 years turned into, 5 before
But
I went to
yeah,
school.
but that happens. At least you have a plan though, because a lot of people go to surgical tech school. They kind of stumble on it. It's like, oh, and then they decide, oh, maybe I'll go back to nursing school or go be a first
Right,
assistant.
right.
Would you or did you consider becoming a nurse?
For a very short period of time, but I think once I started to see like the ins and outs of actually watching nurses like do their job, I was like, this is not
You
for me.
you sound like me.
I
I don't
can't.
want to do no patient care. I want to do
No,
that.
no, and I really prefer them to be asleep.
Me
Like I
too.
want
Oh
to
my
hear them
god.
sleep.
I don't know if that's me or what, but put them to sleep. Mrs. Smith, I'll see you when you wake up. We're gonna take good care of you.
Exactly, exactly. We're gonna take great care of you, and I'll make sure we take care of you.
Yeah, we gonna make sure ain't nothing in here finna go wrong. You got
Yeah,
me, the nurse, the doc, everybody looking out for you. But yeah, see you when you wake up.
yeah, exactly. I can't deal with the awake stuff. So,
I
so
figured that out. Have you ever worked in labor and delivery?
no, I haven't.
So I don't know how if you caught any of my videos, and I probably didn't talk about working in labor and delivery too much, but I worked in labor and delivery probably in like 2014, somewhere in there when I was starting out making videos around it, and that's when I realized that yeah, I think that patient care is just not it. Like I
Yeah,
don't want to change bedpans or bring ice chips or juices or anything. Like I don't want to do any of that. I just want to sit in this operating room and wait for us to have a
that's it.
C-section.
I just want to be still and do my job. That's it.
That's all. And so yeah, I'm totally with you. I agree because it's nothing against nursing. Like so, I don't nobody. If y'all see this later, don't be like, oh, they bashing nurses. That's not it. A lot of my best friends, I got a couple best friends that I done served with in the military. They went to nursing school. One of my best friends, she is a director at a nursing program. Like so, the nurses I have much respect for, but yeah, that's just the fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just
same
not
here. I have very close friends that are nurses, and but to each his own, and
each
it
his
just
own.
wasn't
Yeah,
for me. It wasn't for me. So
yeah, I totally agree with you on that. So let me see what else question I could ask you. So we done asked you was a surgical tech for 6 years before going to a first assist. You knew that you wanted to be a first assist. Now, do you plan on going for any other type of certification
no,
in the
ma'am,
medical field?
I'm
You
done.
finished?
I am 44 years old and I'm done with school, girl. I don't have time for that no more. I just want to build my career, make some decent money, and just travel. My kids are grown.
Oh
Yeah,
man, yeah.
I'm just at that stage where I'm just really want to settle in my career now and just enjoy myself.
Yeah, I think for me, school probably ain't it. I just rather keep building out like so as you probably know, like I like to do like my own business types of my online business. So I'm still gonna stay in the OR like as of right now because I don't for one have any other stream of income that's providing this type of stable income and the amount of money, like whether I'm traveling or if I want to stay home, I'm still making over the average income for that. A two house if a two household if the average household is $60,000 and it's a two-person household, we already making more than that by
Right,
ourselves. So
right.
I don't have no intentions on looking for another job. Like I almost stopped doing this to go get another job, and I was like, why would you go get another job where you finna have to come in on an entry level position,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and with entry level money. So it sounds good, to like, oh, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna start a new career. And then it's like, but you're not gonna make that kind of money doing nothing else that you got going on right now. Even if with the skill set that I do have, let's just say, cause with building out websites and all that kind of stuff, like, cause I know how to do that. You still have to, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Establish yourself in that field,
Yeah, that takes time.
and that takes time. And so I didn't want to give up that amount, like the money, when I'm already comfortable. Like I just needed to find a facility that I could work at that I was comfortable with. It wasn't so much the career; it was more,
The
basically about to
people.
burn myself out.
Right, right.
And
No,
so
I'm.
I just had to step back and kind of check myself. Sometimes we do have to check ourselves. Like,
Mm-hmm,
what you
mm-hmm.
doing? This ain't making you working harder. You working against yourself right now. Stop working
Exactly.
against yourself. And so, but I totally agree. I'm definitely not going back to school. I'm just right now. I don't even know if it's getting comfortable in the career because it might. Like I am comfortable in it. I just know, like what we say, that burnout is definitely real. And like I was taking these assignments, and I'm doing like 60 hours, 65 hours a week, with
Oh wow.
call and stuff, you know. And so you making money, but you tired, you out of state. It was just a lot going on. And then I took the assignment down south, and I hadn't really worked in like vascular with like people that was really sick on dialysis and stuff. And so, excuse me, after me being in the OR for 16 years, patient dies in the OR, and I'm just like, damn, this. And you can see so many areas where it probably could have not happened, and the facility didn't have a rapid response team, and it was just that was new to me. And I don't know, I guess because I've been to every place that I've been to had a rapid response team, that I assume that every hospital has a rapid response team,
Right.
but that's not true. And so that just bothered me. It really did make me, it just sat didn't sit too well with me. So I was
Put
like,
things in a perspective.
it really did. And then so now it put me into this thought of, you got to think about where you're working at. You just trying to run for, you going for this money, and yeah, the money's there, but you don't want to be in the OR when you just, like, I literally helped the nurse bring the patient back. She was talking to us, and then like less than an hour later, she's dead. And
Right.
we in there doing chest compressions on her. It's a tech that he was in there. He's a new tech, but luckily he knew CPR from being a CNA. It was just really unorganized, and it was just not the best experience that I had. And so around that time, it was like, I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna focus on doing this and that.
Right.
Like, no, we can't do that. You're just gonna find a position that you can work in. We're not
Mm-hmm.
doing trauma, we're
Mm-hmm.
not doing all that crazy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and just reset and go from there. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I do enjoy working in the OR. I really do like it. And so it's kind of hard to just walk away. And you get stimulated. Like, I get stimulated just from talking to, intelligent people. I don't know. It's, you
Yeah.
just be around smart people, and you just feel smarter all of a sudden. And so talking to the doctors and just tapping into them. I talk to most of the doctors about how they invest, because I be wanting to know what they do with their money. Like, what are you making you making 4 or 5 times what I'm making. So what is it that you do with your money? A
Yeah.
lot of them into real estate, and not so much digital assets. But I do enjoy just talking to them. And then the other day, one of the docs had us in there listening to we was listening to musicals, and I was just like, not, I was just listening, because I'm the new girl. So, you just kind of getting a feel for everything. But that alone just kind of brightens your horizon. You know what I'm saying? Just different kinds of music, different genres. Just,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate the overall environment. And at the end of the day, we do help people, get better. Um, we had this guy come in the other day, and he had all kind, or this, it was a woman actually. She had all kind of like, I don't even know what it was on her. Like, her skin was just breaking down. So I just felt so bad for her. But he came back and ended up telling us that she was her wounds and stuff was looking better. And so that kind of, it helps. It would be nice if we was like, could go and check on the patients, or at least be able to follow up. Sometimes we don't
I
get,
know. That's the only thing.
yeah, we don't get to see the outcome. So you kind of have to keep asking the doc, like, how is this patient?
Right.
How did this turn out? But we get to see a lot of cool stuff. So I want to know, what's your favorite service? Or am I saying it right? Yeah, like, what do
Girl,
you like to do?
anything open belly is what I love. And I know it's like a cliche, and so many people say it.
Yeah,
I think for me, it's because even as a surgical tech, like you just had more involvement. It's
yeah.
I don't like just standing there. Like robotics is
I was
cool.
gonna say, can you imagine being a tech? I haven't tech robotics before. I'm just learning
Me
robots
too.
as a first
I
assist.
tech robotics, not as a first assist, but as a tech, and
Oh,
it's just the boringest thing
I
ever.
was gonna say that seems so boring as a tech, because I didn't get the tech experience from a robot, but just watching what the tech do and the robotics that I'm learning. Yeah, I
No,
didn't fell asleep in there.
it's a lot of setup and then
Sit down.
scanning. Yeah. And
Set up and sit down.
And I
And
know the first assist have a lot more involvement because obviously, you got your trocars and you're in there with your instruments
mhm.
and stuff. But I like the hands-on where you're constantly doing something and there's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And my story real quick, the hospital that I was at, I couldn't do my clinicals there, so I actually had to leave to go to another hospital where I knew I could do my first assist clinicals.
Uh-huh.
Once I got to that hospital, within a few months, I was able to join the liver transplant team as
Oh, wow.
as a surgical tech. And so I was doing my clinicals, in all the special in most of the specialties there. And my surgeons on the transplant team knew I was doing my clinicals. And by the time I was done with school, they offered me a position to be a first assist on their procurement team. They were putting together a brand new team where they wanted their own personal first assist to travel with them to do the procurements.
And what, you didn't take it?
Absolutely, I took it. So that's
I was gonna say, wait, and wait,
so, but
I
but
was waiting for the shoe to drop. Like, and girl, I couldn't
oh,
take
no, no, no,
it.
no, no. No, because while I was doing my clinicals, like I just kept, I'm big when it comes to like affirmations and just like
Hmm.
speaking what I want and out of life and just out of my situation. And I literally, the whole time I was in my clinicals, because I just fell in love with transplants, I said, Lord, please, just universe, make a way. This is what I want to do. I would love to do transplants as a first assist. Mind you, all of their assistants are PAs.
Oh, so you
Eh,
thinking you ain't got no foot in the door.
I mean, exactly. But at the same time, I was still speaking it out there literally
Right.
every day when I
Because
was
thoughts
riding into
become
work.
things, honey. Thoughts become things.
I'm
And
telling
yes.
you. So, even though I knew that the situation didn't look too good, it's like I didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just felt like what's for me is for
It's for
me, and nobody can take that away
girl,
from
you
me
better
but
talk that.
me.
You better talk that. I'm
Me.
just saying, you better talk it because that's it. That's the truth. You
So,
never know
girl,
how something's gonna be presented to you. You never know.
exactly.
If you
So
would have said, "Oh, I can't get it," guess what was gonna happen?
I wouldn't have got it.
You wouldn't have got it. You wouldn't
And
have got it.
so what happened with that? Was they approached me about a position, and in the back of my mind I was like, if I don't end up getting the position that I want, I would love to be an independent first assist. I
Hmm.
wasn't really interested in doing the traveling just yet. Obviously, coming straight out of school, they want you to have a little foundation, at least a year,
Right.
working somewhere. And I felt more comfortable just having that foundation first. I was like, maybe I can just do the independent thing and work as a contractor. But when they came to me with that position, obviously I jumped on that. And so I didn't have to leave the hospital. It was literally a transfer position. And my job right now is literally I'm on call maybe 2 to 3 times a week, 24 hours each each day.
Hmm.
um and if a call comes in where I need to go to the hospital, I go to the hospital. A driver comes to pick me and my surgeon up, and we head straight to the airport, and we fly to wherever we need to go to procure the organs, and we bring them back to our hospital, and there's a team waiting to do the transplant on the
Transplant. So
recipient.
you literally just transporting.
I literally I'm not just transport, but
Oh,
I'm there to assist him in the surgery.
oh, because I skipped the part where y'all actually go into the OR,
Yeah,
procure the organ, and then you
yes.
just I see. Okay, I'm following you now.
So it's kind of like are you familiar with like Lifelink and those
Yes, I
right.
am. And what's it's another one too. So I was gonna work. So before I actually took this position, I had applied um to a transplant position here, and I'm pretty sure it's Lifelink. Is it LifeNet? It's
Because
Lifelink.
Lifelink does, they're all of Georgia and they're part of Florida too, but I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
what part
Because
of
I'm in
Florida.
Jacksonville, so it's still like North Florida. We right at
Okay,
that.
they might be Lifelink too, but there's another one in Florida too. Maybe it's further down south though.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My little 14-year-old
Oh, you're fine.
tapping on the door. But yeah, so I definitely had looked into it, but I was thinking that 24-hour call was gonna be a little bit more than what I was looking for. But I don't think they were doing what you're doing. I don't think.
No, with them, they are more of like preservationists. Um,
Okay.
they are dealing predominantly with like setting up the tubing and the flush to flush out the like the aorta and
Hmm.
the portal vein. They are more of the hands-on behind the scenes, making sure that everything goes smooth.
Okay.
It To assist on those cases are, it's like an added perk,
Right.
basically, that doesn't always happen because a lot of times these hospitals, like these surgeons, come with their residents, they come with their PAs.
So
um,
you just kind of just like you say, setting up and waiting if they don't come with somebody.
right, but if they don't come with somebody, you do assist. And not only that, but a lot of these OPOs, they will let you, like if they're taking organs for research, you
Hmm.
actually get to be the one taking the organs out of the body for research.
Oh,
So that is a fun part of working for those companies, because you actually get to take some of these organs out of the
organs
body
out.
yourself.
Right. Right. I
Um,
don't think a lot of surgical techs or first assists know that that's a job for us as
and the
well.
ones that I do know, that work for LifeLink, they absolutely love it. Like they will, girl, they will not
Quit.
ever go back to being a regular surgical tech. They
See,
won't
and
do it.
so you think I don't know? We're gonna see. I might just put it back out there and see because I do know a guy and he kind of is doing what you're doing,
Hmm.
and he basically stopped. He went PRN at the facility and stayed on call. It's just on call for the team, and he flies like how flies with the team,
Hmm.
does the assisting, and then comes back. And I think he said like 3 or 4 times a week, or maybe 2 or 3 times a week. He was saying, and so I just hadn't seen anything like that, but. I decided that I was gonna take the full time position at the hospital over the that tissue because they call it a tissue. I think they call it a tissue recovery specialist.
Yes, yes, yeah, that sounds about right.
And so I might look back into it just to see, just to try, because I never tried it. I was like, this seemed like something. Oh, we got a comment. Let's see what this say. MA is that Soiree? I don't know how to say that. Can a RN choose to become a surgical tech right out of school? I would if a RN can be trained to scrub, they necessarily wouldn't go to surgical tech school. I don't think. I think they would probably go to surgical tech school before going to RN. Most nurses I met was tech or that tech were techs before they became nurses.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would. I don't think too many nurses would want to go back to tech school because if they really wanted to learn how to scrub, if they are in the OR, they can learn how to scrub. Normally they don't. The hospitals don't have a problem with training nurses how to scrub.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question, Ma. All right, let me see here. I was just closing all of that stuff out. So yeah, so you like being on the train.
It's
So
fun.
you,
It's fun because guess what? I don't have to deal with the politics of being in the OR. Like I don't have to deal with
oh girl,
complaining. I don't have to deal with people not doing their job. I don't have to deal with inadequate nurses. I don't, like all the negative stuff that we have to deal with in the OR.
yeah,
I don't have to be around that anymore. I literally show up. We either do cases down in our organ procurement. We have our own organ procurement, like
like room
whole
OR.
program facility. Yeah, we have it like downstairs in the hospital, and I'm either down there or we have to fly, um to get our organs, which is predominantly in the South. So I'm in Florida a lot, I'm in the Carolinas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Sometimes I might go to the Midwest or a little bit further, like east,
Uh
north,
huh.
but it's a fly in and fly out thing. You're literally there for anywhere from like 4 to maybe 6 hours at the facility. It just depends if other teams are there to get like the heart and the lungs.
Uh huh.
But what I love about it, Kilfa, is the fact that I'm standing there in the midst of all surgeons or residents.
Right.
And it's so funny because I'm just the first assist,
Right, you like, I can't believe I'm even here right now. Like, this is
right?
crazy.
But those other teams, they don't know if I'm a first assistant or a surgeon.
Yeah,
So
right.
everybody treats me, even the staff, they all treat me like everybody calls me Doc. And I'm like,
Oh, nice.
okay.
Yeah, like, all right, I'm gonna take it. Maybe that's they speaking something into existence. You might end up, you might
No,
end
girl,
up.
no, no.
She
But
said, "No,
what I'm
that's
saying
not
is,
even finna happen."
but but when you think about it, like when we were surgical techs, and everyone that's been a surgical tech has had this happen before, where you just feel underappreciated.
Oh yeah, they feel like you beneath them, and even
Yeah,
I'm gonna just tell you, even as a first assist, sometimes the docs still they still do because they still like and one of the first assists had to remind me like a lot of doctors wasn't trained with first assistants, and so they had other residents, other docs and stuff with them, but I done been to, and I was just telling them like at this facility, and you take the good with the bad, but this one doc, she wanted to literally she wanted to spend her time telling me that I should have been doing interrupted when I was running it, but I was running it because it looked better to me, and not only did it look better, the incision to me was too big to just throw some interrupters in. Like, let me just run this suture real quick. It to me it's even faster. I feel like I suture faster running it, even though this was like it was a port for a lap chole. But
hmm,
to me, like, that's you spending your time worried about the wrong thing. You literally worried about me, the closing technique, when I done been these other places and they allow you to pick the closing technique that you, because if they leave the room then you got to assess the situation anyway. So she had left and I was like, oh, but it looked good. It wasn't that it didn't look good. She just wanted hers, when
interrupted.
interrupted. And so I cut it out and I was just like, y'all, we gonna be here a little bit longer because I'm finna cut them all out and we just gonna start all over again.
Right,
And
right,
so to me that was like, just petty. Like, I don't know. To me, that was, we got bigger stuff to worry about than like, if it
right,
looked bad, then okay, say that. But that ain't looking bad because everybody watching me because I'm the new girl. And so they want to know if she know what she doing anyways. But it do be that kind of, I didn't experience that recently at this facility. Now, it's not a bad place. I'm not saying that, but you take the good with the bad. But I totally
right.
understand what you're saying. And I definitely am anticipating a day that I'm in a position like that where I don't have to feel like, like I'm this third class citizen because I'm not. But they
Right.
do treat the text like that, and
I
you
just
know,
getting this is my first time in a position, where I just feel a lot more appreciated.
appreciate it.
I'm actually
Yeah,
like thanked, they actually thanked me.
yeah.
And I don't necessarily need all those words. I don't,
But
strive
it's
for that.
nice
It
when you're
feels
not
good.
used to it. Yeah,
Yeah, it
especially when you
feels good.
didn't. Yeah, especially like what we saying. You come from a position where that's not normal. Like,
Right.
people don't tell the tech thank you hardly ever, and so
Right. Right.
even if as a first assist, like now in that same doctor, like even though I'm like wasn't thrilled that she said anything to me because I was like, you spending time on the wrong thing right now, but um, they'll still like high five you or dap you up or something, and it's just like whatever. But you can high five me, and I still don't feel appreciated at the end of the case. And so I'm happy for you. Like, that's good that you found that position. And I'm gonna tell you to keep it, honey. I'm gonna tell you to keep
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm definitely not going anywhere. And yeah, I'm just gonna see where this takes me. I mean, it's a brand new position a team that they put together. And there will be a lot more opportunities for me in the future, I think, as I continue to learn.
Right.
And eventually I want to be on the recipient side of transplants and to be able to assist for the actual organs being
Put
transplanted
in.
in.
Right.
So
Mhm.
right now it's just a process. I'm learning a lot, and I'm just humbling myself and learning the craft, building up my skill set and that foundation of knowledge of my specialty.
Yeah, good job. Good fucking job. Sorry for cussing.
Thank you.
That's good though. That's exciting. That excites me because you got to think you did all this in under 10 years. In under 10 years. And so
But I started late though.
it
Like I
don't
was
matter. It don't
already
matter. It don't matter. You did it and you did
36.
it. You at 36, you said?
Yes, is when I became a surgical tech.
So then that's good because a lot of people that ask me, do I think they're too old? And I'm like, for one, that's the question. You can't ask me that because I would never think anybody's too old to do anything. But I understand what you're saying because the older you are, the learning and just the whole process and standing and
Yeah, it is harder, but for me, it was like a sense of urgency. That's why I had a
yeah,
plan because I didn't
have
get
time
my
to play.
career. I didn't have a career till I was 36. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Before
yeah,
that, I was just like I was a medical assistant. Like, I just wasn't doing anything that was lucrative or, it was just kind of working. But I had younger kids at the time, and I did what I need to do for my family situation.
right. And that's really all anybody can do at the end of the day. You kind of have to see where you at and assess, from there because them kids was more important than any career you could have ever had. I can tell you that hands down.
Exactly. That is true.
So you didn't start late. You started right on time.
Yeah. And I always say nothing before the time. Nothing
It's
before
yeah,
the
you
time.
started right on time because imagine being the type of person. It is encouraging. So let me back up. It's so many people that really think that they 30 and it's too late, or 35 and it's oh my god, or oh I'm 40. And I would just say, like, just start where you at. Like, if you had other stuff going on, you just had other stuff going on. And if this is something you want to do, just do it. Don't think you're too old. Don't think it's too late. And like that's is very encouraging to know that you didn't talk yourself out of going for it, even though you was 37. A lot of people would have talked themselves out of it. They would have talked themselves out of it. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that.
And I was the oldest in my class.
But you
But I
came in
didn't
with
care.
right, but you know what, you came in with a plan. And this is why I say, like, and that was where the maturity comes in at. That's the difference because you're gonna be 20-year-olds and they might not 20-some-year-olds and they might not have the a plan. They just doing it, whatever. And so they'll
Yeah, or
end
the
up
discipline.
yeah, and so like for you, like I'm already grown, like I already got kids and I need to get this junk done and
Yes.
this is my plan. This is how I'm gonna do it. And because you had that focus, it got done. And even though it didn't get done in the amount of time you set, it still got done faster than what the average person would have got it done in. That's what you gotta understand. Like when we look at time, like, and this I ain't gonna get too deep with it because this gonna get me into my whole philosophy world, but philosophy world. And so if we look at time, we like as humans, whatever we like feel like we need stuff to turn around right then, but that's not how time works. So for the last couple of years, if you focus on I'm gonna become a medical assistant or I'm gonna be an LPN or whatever, and that's what you've been working on. So all you got all this momentum sending you that way. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
what you end up doing when you like, I'm gonna do this, and you focused on that, and because you focused on it, you sent all of your momentum towards what your intention was. And even though it took twice as long, it still got there, but it took twice as long because you probably had some momentum working towards a different career or a different project, like not towards what being a surgical tech. And so
Right.
how I see life is, when we decide we want to do something, and especially if it's something new and we ain't spent a lot of time preparing for it or anything like that, we got to give the universe time to adjust to us, right? And sometimes that might take twice as long. But what you didn't do was quit and give up, because it took longer. Because some of us would be like, oh, I had a plan for 5 years and then quit at 5 years, but really didn't know that it was finna pop off in like 6 years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And so that's definitely encouraging. Hold on, I got a comment right here. He said, excuse me. There's a 56-year-old in my class right now. She's the oldest. Never too late to better yourself. You're not too old to learn. If you're too old, if you're not too old to pay bills. It's
Right.
so crazy, but that's true. But no, yeah, a lot of people do. At 56, can you just imagine that?
Oh my God.
Can you just imagine that though? Like, and not to be like, that's old, but a lot of people that's 56 years old are trying to retire,
Yeah, slow down.
and so yeah, you're never too old, and if
Especially in a career that what we do, we're on our feet all day, you
all
know?
the time, all the
Mm,
time. And so I sit down as much as I can.
me
I
too.
sit down. Every time I see a free stool, I'm taking it. Yeah, you ain't got to ask me. I done already sat down.
Okay, I already just scoped it out in the
Yep,
room.
I seen, oh, ain't nobody sitting in that chair. I'm going right on over there and sit down because the nurse gonna get to sit during the case.
Hmm.
I mean, the tech won't. The tech, as a tech, you're going to be setting up the case, standing doing the case, breaking the case down, preparing for the next case.
Oh,
But,
I don't miss it. I do not miss it.
oh, man, let me tell you, I be watching and
Don't
then
look, don't put me. You might not even
you you
not even
won't go back.
see
You
this
won't go
video.
back. You won't go back. You manifesting this. You manifesting to go be on the other
I
side of the
know,
press
but I don't want to
suite.
be discouraging to any surgical any
Oh
surgical team.
no, but no, that's why you go be a first assist. Like that's why you have to, once you get in, and then it like we say it also depends on the facility you at. So and then we don't know, they could be waitresses or bartenders because I'd have met a bartender before and that like she said she stood a lot doing bartending. So that was kind of normal. And waitresses too. So
Yeah,
surgical techs do stand a lot, but if you got a background and like, something else that's there, you'll be fine. What he
yeah.
she said, I'm 24 some stuff. I think I'm 24. You don't even get it. I shouldn't even post your comment for 24 years old. You fine. You got plenty of time.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Your knees should be fine. Your back and everything should still be fine at 25. Now, in 10 years, come back and talk to me.
Right.
Right. Come back and talk. So I'm 39. I've been doing this since I was 22 or 23.
Okay.
Now, I done left and came back, so that's kind of partly to what the long period is, because I definitely have been out of the OR for a total over the years, probably 5 or 6 years accumulated. Like I know for sure, at least 3 of them years, I was just working as a cosmetologist. I went to cosmetology school, and then I worked as a cosmetologist exclusively for a couple of years. So that I thought that was gonna be my out. Um but it just was an addition to more than the out. And so I stand doing that too. That's why I was like, I gotta pick something that I ain't gotta be standing when I get in my 60s and 70s. Like
And it's pretty common for cosmetologists to become surgical techs too. From
yeah,
what
so I did, but I kind of went backwards. I was a surgical tech and then I went to cosmetology school and met
oh,
people that was cosmetologists trying to get into either a surgical
surgical
tech
tech.
or like a nursing program. But
Yeah.
like I tell, like I like cosmetology too because it's cash. So it's just a different world. It's more creative. I get to do like I do a lot of braids and natural hair. So, but I had stopped doing all that stuff because I went traveling because it was just too inconsistent for me. And then COVID hit, so it really got like ain't no money was coming in. So it's like you got to go travel just to live, the life you want to live. And so I was still a tech then. So once I got my first assist, I knew I could make enough money working at a staff as a staff person, a staff first assistant. I knew that, but I just applied to travel positions as soon as I got my certification, and they started accepting me. Now they probably thought I had a little more experience, but whatever. It
Hmm.
ended up working out because when I got to one place, all we did was totals. Like I might have did a hernia, but we was doing total knees, total hips, and total shoulders, which I didn't have a lot of experience in anyways, and they knew that. So it was like I was learning total. So it was kind of like okay, that I didn't have like all of
Yeah.
my first assist experience down, and all I was doing was closing every now and then because we had fellows and residents and cert like doctors. So it was like I barely was doing anything at that one facility, but I'm definitely gonna look into maybe trying to assist in some tissue recovery, maybe like just keeping an eye out to see if I like it. I don't know how I don't know if
Yes.
I'll be able to find something here. I'm looking at Jacksonville right now. They got. I don't want to do anything with eyes. They got an ocular tissue recovery position here.
I see those too, and then ones for like the placenta.
Yeah, that's probably easy.
Yeah.
That's probably very like because all you doing is going to picking up the box. From when I worked in labor and delivery, they would bring the kit. The
Hmm.
facility would have the kit, I should say, and then they would just have the kit in the room, and then somebody would just come pick it up. Like it ain't you ain't got to be in there because it's nothing for you to do. Like the mom just pushes it out.
Yeah, that's super easy then.
Yeah, that's easy. Like you don't have to because you got to think even if it's a C-section, they just get everything and put it in this like bucket, and then you put it in a box once they get it out the OR. That yeah, they're not doing anything. You're not ain't no scrubbing in. I'm sure if I don't know where they would be scrubbing in. And I'm trying to think what you doing. Oh, they doing putting it in capsules. So either you can take it home. It was a company that you could either take it home, donate it, or yeah, they would put it in like a capsule so you could
Oh no, They can
because people
have it. I'm
I'm
good.
not because I don't want to like put the wrong energy like to each his own, but people eat it or they bury it or stuff like that. Like,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
yeah, we're not eating no placenta, but they do
No.
make them in pills and stuff. But I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know. I haven't decided if I don't know how this facility gonna be. I'm still just getting a feel for it, but it's easy so far. It ain't nothing. Um, it's just just the docs, how docs can be when they I guess don't they're not used to you or don't really know you or anything like that. You kind of got to earn your keep.
Yeah, just give it some time.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. But I was thinking about seeing how it go for this year, and then if it work out, then great. But I know the pay is like half, so like that's the thing. So that's
See, I know I'm sure it's hard going from traveling back to staff.
yeah, it's interesting. That's for sure. It's definitely the pay. I think the trade off is gonna be because I'm home. I think that's where the trade off is. And when I looked at it, like when I ran my numbers, how I was looking at it was, let's just say it's double. So let's just say you make around 14,000 to 15,000 traveling after taxes. We're saying after taxes. So if it's that, then I end up paying about 4,000 ish on living expenses,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm taking care of two households typically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to factor in traveling back and forth because I was also traveling, like flying, come home type stuff. So when I looked at it, it only balanced out to be like a $3,000 to $5,000 difference, which is still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's no, don't think about it too much
I
more,
know.
okay?
I'm just saying, it's just a lot of money, but I don't know. We'll see. You
Yeah.
know, we're gonna just
Well,
try.
nothing ever stays the same forever. So, this is the period that you're in right now.
Yeah,
And,
we just gonna try
it's
it
what
out
it
and
is.
just go from there. And I never really know what. I just kind of like I'm enjoying life, and we just gonna let life surprise me and just be thankful that I'm in a position where I can still go make about over $50 an hour. You
Exactly.
know
And
what I'm
that's the
saying?
great thing about our careers. We have options, which is
Right.
beautiful. When we're ready to switch it up, we can switch it up.
Right. I almost took a tech position here though, because they have tech positions in Jacksonville. One of them was a CVOR, so I definitely wasn't finna get that because I don't have any experience.
Hmm.
But I decided to not apply for those positions because I need to be in my first assist role just to be more comfortable in that. Because I still think like I do stuff in the OR like I'm a tech, and a lot of like one of the doctors got upset because I reached to help the tech and
Yeah.
not upset, but like, no, let them do it. You're an
Yeah.
assistant.
I'm still struggling with that a little bit too. It's a process because it becomes like muscle memory almost for certain things, like reaching for certain things, and I try
That's
not
for
to
sure.
I try not to like reach on people's
Mail.
mails like that,
I
but
be all over people mail
I'm
and
thinking
their
it's
back
my
table.
mail. But I be thinking it's my mail because I'm used
Yeah, because it is. 'Cause it is. No, I'm bad. And I tell the tech, like whoever I'm with, I'm like, just tell me to stop if it's bothering
yeah,
you. You
me
know what
too.
I'm saying? Just
Me
tell me
too.
to stop because I'm not doing it because you not doing a good job. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, like you say, just being. That's that muscle memory. Like I'm just gonna grab this. 'Cause why do I
Exactly.
got to wait for you to come back? To if you're on a back table, like
Yeah.
and what I need is literally right here on the mail. Like, why
Yeah.
wouldn't I reach? But that doctor does not want you doing that. He's like, you're a first assistant. Let them take and you assist. And I was just like,
So with your position, it's not joint then? You're not like teching and first assistant at
no. So they don't have enough first assist to like really. I won't say they don't have enough assistance for me to just be that. Now they probably would want me to, and I'm pretty sure if it's a shortage, I don't mind, but it seemed like they need assistance more than they need techs. They have way more techs than they got. They got a lot of techs and a lot of nurses. They don't have a lot of it's only three first assists, four, and one of them PRN.
that's good for you then.
Yeah, so like I told them, I don't have no problem, but I let them know in my interview like my main position should be as an assistant because that's what I'm looking for. I
Right.
know how to tech. I
Right.
can do that.
Right.
Assistant, especially with different suturing techniques and like you say, luckily I taught myself between watching docs and practicing at home how to do the two hand surgeons, not like the
Mhm.
time. Like I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, that was a process for me, man. It took me a little minute.
Yeah.
I One of my nurses got me one of the that little
At the con thing.
yes, girl. She got
Hmm.
me one of those and I practiced for months.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
finally it just clicked.
Yeah, I got one too. I just broke the little cup. You know how I had the cup for you to be able to push it
Yeah,
down? I
yeah.
stepped on it. It says, Kiafa, I think you'd be great PA. That that way you can master your assistant skills. You do great PA. As a PA. Now if I did think if I was to go back to school, I would be a PA. Miami-Dade got a 2-year PA assistant PA program that I thought about going into, but yeah, we're not going to school right now. I just can't. I just can't. I would rather, like I say, build out a business at this point in my life. I'd rather build businesses than to be learn. Like if I'm gonna learn something, it's gonna be how to make some real money. Like not that PAs don't make real money, but I'm trying to make like 30, 40, $50,000 a month at this point.
Yeah.
And so but PA, that I do know a lot of PAs and they are awesome. And I probably would be a great PA, but I don't want to do no bedside, nothing, nothing, and
Yeah,
nothing,
clinic
and
and
nothing. Definitely not no clinic. Mm-mm. That ain't it.
ooh.
So, so I'm about to wrap this up because this 3 hours for me, y'all. This 3 hours. This a whole work day. This is this a work. This is at least a shift.
I had fun.
Yes, I'm so grateful you came on here. It's so crazy how like I was just sitting in the bed and it's cold. It was cold this morning, so I was not motivated to get out the bed at all. The sun finally came out, but I'm grateful. I'm so proud of you and excited for you on
Likewise.
your journey.
Thank you.
You got this. You're gonna get everything it is that you want. You guys, if y'all have any questions, y'all got like a whole minute or two to drop them in the chat and we're gonna wrap this video up. What I'm gonna try to do, and I hope I can do it. I haven't played with this software yet to really know how much I can edit. But my plan is to go back in and where we started talking, I want to go in and like make this a separate video. So that's what I'm hopefully I'll be able to do. So it won't be like a 3 hour long video and because it's so you have so much good information in on this. I just want people to be able to get to that and not have to sit through like 2 hours worth of video just to get to our part. So I'm so thankful. I dropped my email in the chat. If you want it, you can hit me up and
Yeah,
then
I'll
we
send
can
you.
keep it.
if anybody watches the video in the future, has any questions,
Yes.
just about Meridian, or anything, I'm more than happy to, to talk about my experience, and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. So,
I want if you can email me like a good email address or something
yeah, I can
that
do.
you're okay with people like they're not people not too weird. I haven't had too like nothing crazy happen when I put out my email address. I don't really just give out my phone number, but I do give out my email. And if you seem normal, then then normally
Right.
I'll exchange phone numbers. But just a good easy email that you cool with people asking you questions. And so once we get off, and then I can figure out how to edit this video, then it should be a separate video. And then if I once I see your email, I'll send a link to you so you can see it as well.
That sounds good.
All right, honey. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm about to go ahead and get. I was gonna cook, but it don't seem like that's gonna happen right now. It seems like we finna be eating out. We ate out this whole weekend. Ugh.
Right. I'm ready for a little glass of wine.
Look, I'm trying to, girl. You know my heart. I gotta eat first because I ain't ate. I had some fried mushrooms this morning. I had fried me some mushrooms. I caught myself trying to be healthier, but we gonna eat
Me
a
too.
burger.
Me
I'm about
too.
to go get a burger right now. Though. I want a Burger King burger too. But yeah, so go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. It looked like everybody logging out now. So I thank you so much. Nobody left a comment. Could you see my email? You see it
Let me see.
in the
Hold on.
comment? It's just
Yes,
info@kiafa.com.
yes, I see it. I see it.
You could just email me some kind of way for us to like if I'm like, hey, I got a question or something about the school or just working in Georgia, anything like that. Like I'll just shoot you a question or see if you want to hop on and do another quick little interview. Maybe we can get you with your hair done.
Look, I'm with it now. We'll
Get you
save this
some time to get
conversation for
ready.
later because we'll be here another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I understand. Like since I got these locks in my head, it's a little bit better for me. But back in the day, I'm totally with you. I'm putting a hat on, or a scarf or something to cover up this a wig or something. But I want to thank you again. Good luck. Um,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out for so long too and answering all these questions. You just don't even know how much I appreciate it. And yeah, good luck on everything. What's yours is coming to you.
Yes, likewise. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I know we'll speak again soon.
For sure. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Bye bye. All right, y'all. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm sorry if I sound all nasally and stuff. Y'all heard me sniffing and snorting and trying not to sound weird on camera or whatever. If you're watching this and you see how long this video is, I hope to be able to edit it to have her part just show. Yeah, and if y'all have any questions for her, go ahead and email me. And once I get her email address, then we'll go ahead and forward those questions or just bring her back on and do another interview with her. All right, y'all. Enjoy y'all Sunday. Best wishes. I love y'all. See y'all next video. Bye.